League football on USA Network. And of course, that means more fun with Helmet Cam. Last week, Helmet Cam visited California. And this week, the Helmet Cam travels north of the border to Montreal. Helmet Cam was greeted warmly by Customs. And then had time to set out for some sightseeing. And now it's found its way to Olympic Stadium, where tonight it helps bring you the Orlando Thunder and the Montreal Machine. Montreal, Quebec. 16 years ago, the site of the 21st Olympiad. Montreal, one of the great international cities of the world, and here in an Olympic year, celebrating its 350th anniversary. And this is Olympic Stadium, which will be the site of World Bowl 92. It's also home to the Montreal Machine, as tonight they play host to the Orlando Thunder in World League action. And hi again, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. Welcome to our second week of World League football here on USA. We hope for the kind of fireworks we had between these two teams last year. Orlando won that one in overtime, 33-27. They went to 5-5. They didn't make the playoffs, and they bumped Montreal to 4-6. Let's bring in my partner, John Robinson. John, right now, Orlando makes its first trip away from Florida. They had their training camp in Orlando. They played their tiebreaker game there. Last week, they beat the Ohio Glory 13-9. Maybe not quite as explosive as they were last season, though.
But they're playing defense much, much better. On offense, they're led by a bright young star, Scott Mitchell. He's a quarterback, also the backup quarterback for the Miami Dolphins in the other season. He's big, he's good looking, he's a left-hander, and I think he may develop into a really outstanding player.
This is a key matchup here early in the season in the North American East. I know that sounds a little silly. One team 0-1, the other 1-0. But Montreal in this short season can't afford to go down 0-2.
Yeah, they lost last week. They need this win. Their quarterback, Anthony Delwig, has got a sore shoulder, may not play. There's a lot of pressure on them, I feel, because they got to go back out on the road next week. They need this win.
Well, with Delwig out, that's going to put more pressure on Michael Proctor, too.
Yeah, he's got to be the guy that comes in and leads them. You know, the second quarterback gets in kind of a funny position. He can feel the pressure. He can go in there and kind of wing it. Let's hope he wings it and has a good game.
All right, the Orlando Thunder taking on the Montreal Machine. We're into innovations here on USA, and in the World League, we've got an innovation for the Orlando Thunder that Michael Barkan will bring you when we come back to Montreal after this.
The pasta.
They loved it.
The sauces.
They're great.
The cooking.
So easy.
Introducing McCain Pasta Magic. Simply microwave the sauce, run the frozen pasta under hot water for a few seconds, and magically, tender, just right pasta. Combine them for perfect pasta and perfect sauce.
Fettuccine.
Alfredo.
Pasta salad. My next topping.
New McCain Pasta Magic. Delicious, perfectly prepared pasta and sauce in less than 3 minutes.
It's magic.
It's McCain.
So tell me about this girl. Well, I've known her for a while, but what? It's weird. I never really noticed her. So what made you? I don't know. Now she's cute.
For healthy-looking skin, wash with Noxzema. You can feel Noxzema tingle as it deep cleans. It scrubs out oil and dirt, won't overstrip. Even the leading soap strips moisture out, leaves skin tight and dry. Noxzema helps protect your skin, leaving it soft and healthy-looking.
Do I know her? My sister.
Noxzema, girls, get noticed.
This program is brought to you in part by Honda's Marine Division, with dealers right across Canada.
The Montreal Machine being introduced here at home at Olympic Stadium, and their opponent, the Orlando Thunder, with a unique way of play calling. Let's go to our man, Michael Barkan, on the sidelines. Michael.
Brad, in a case of coaching technique, trying to keep up with TV technology, the Orlando Thunder will be wearing these Tom Matty-style wristbands. The play will come in from the sidelines. In this case, number 11. Say that's a 14 wham alert. Guys will go to the line of scrimmage and run it. It's just Coach Galen Hall's way of trying to keep his hand close to his vest and not tip off future opponents. Because as you know, here on USA Network, you don't just see it, you hear it too. I'll just bring this up to the booth for you and Coach R. Well, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a try. And you can tell that Mr. Barkin's already into the pin collection. Galen Hall, the head coach of the Orlando Thunder. Last year, their offensive coordinator, Don Matthews, having gone to the CFL. Galen Hall steps in as a head man. And for the Montreal Machine, they're led by Jacques Dussault in his second year. Jacques about 30 pounds lighter than last season if you joined us for World League play. I don't know if he got on that NFL diet those guys have or not, John.
Whatever it is, I should follow it. Jacques is a very nice man, and I think very excited about this football game. He has an effect on his football team emotionally, and he better have him ready tonight.
Captains coming out. Gary Lane is our referee tonight. Let's find out who's going to get the football first.
Hey, Orlando, you are the visiting team. You'll call this in the air. This is a head. This is tails. Who's going to call it? You are? Call it while it's in the air. Head. It is tails. You have won the toss. It's your opportunity. You want the ball? You defend a goal. You're going to turn around there. You said you wanted to receive. But here. All right, gentlemen.
So the Machine will get the ball first. Orlando will defend the goal to the right, and Michael Proctor will have first crack at things, the quarterback for the Montreal Machine. And Michael Proctor warming up on the sidelines with helmet, cam, and toe. Proctor, who took over for Kevin Sweeney last year at midseason and put up these numbers: over 1,200 yards, 3 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. That's the knock on him, but an excellent athlete, and just maybe not quite the arm of Anthony Dilweg, John.
Well, I think what he has to do is lead this team tonight. He's got to give them a sense of confidence, a feeling that he can do the job and enjoy himself. A lot of pressure on a quarterback. Anthony Dilweg, we look at there. I think and going to be an important player for this team. He's a Raider on loan from the Raiders. He has a chance to compete for a job with the Raiders in the offseason, and I'm sure they're anxious to see him get a year of experience.
Dilweg suffered a shoulder injury late in the game last week in the loss to San Antonio, and try as he may, even right up to warm-up time tonight, we don't expect to see too much of him. Here's who'll join Michael Proctor, though. Ricky Johnson, who did a great job a week ago. The H-back is Bartolewski. Katie Dunn, the tight end, and the wide receivers, Pete Manley and Andre Brown. And Pete Manley had a gigantic game a week ago for the Machine. Matuz, Novak, Kula, McCall, and DeRocher are the men up front for the Montreal Machine. And speaking of Pete Manley, you talk about a guy that can have an effect on a game. If last week was any indication, here's some of what he was able to accomplish in the loss to San Antonio. Manley en route to a 73-yard punt return for a score, and that tied a World League record set by James Henry of Birmingham last season. And I know you saw more of him than you wanted to sometimes when he was a Detroit Lion, John.
He was a very good football player and a clutch football player with the Detroit Lions. He didn't even look tired on that run. 32 years old. You should be tired after a 70-yard run, but he's a wonderful man. I think he's one of these people that brings leadership and really a sense of professionalism to this team.
After that punt return, he had enough energy to come back for Jacques Dussault and catch a 14-yard touchdown pass. So he was all of the offense last week for the Montreal Machine. It was a missed extra point that was the difference in their setback against San Antonio. And here's some scores from around the world. Barcelona and the Knights in a 15-14 game. And how about the Knights? They got to be wondering what they've got to do to win, especially across the water. Frankfurt, that's a bit of a surprise. Win over London 31-28. 20-yard field goal with just 12 seconds left. The difference in that one for the Galaxy. We not only have helmet cam, we've got coaches cam tonight.
Okay, that's fine.
For Montreal right now, you're looking at Joe Clark on the left, their offensive coordinator, and Dave Dithard, their defensive back coach, who will be making some of the defensive calls, down to Hank Hughes, their defensive coordinator, on the sideline. Oh, we had a lot of pomp and circumstance here and a lot of fireworks. I think that's why Orlando wanted to kick right to left. They wanted to stay away from the smoke down in the left end zone. Also, we'll see Charlie Bailey, the defensive coordinator, on the left for Orlando, and Ken Karcher, their passing coordinator, up in the booth for them. Tracy Bennett's got it teed up. The fans at Olympic Stadium hoping their machine can win their home opener. Back deep, D. Thomas and Pete Manley, who we spoke of. And we're almost set for World League action week 2. And here we go from Montreal. Thomas at the 12. And whistles blow and stop play.
Thank you. Please set the time clock. Re-kick.
Oh, we got some kind of start going here, Coach.
Gary Lane was booed before the game even started. That's the way it should be for the official. I think Gary said thank you, too, to him. He appreciated that. I guess the clocks weren't set properly, and that's why I have to kick it over.
So we'll start it again. Orlando 1-0. They beat Ohio 13-9 last week, and basically they had to cling to that win. They got an interception in the end zone inside a minute to preserve that victory for Galen Hall. And the Montreal machine driving down deep in San Antonio territory, and Anthony Dilwig suffered a fumble, and that was the difference, along with a missed extra point in their loss.
Didn't the Super Bowl this last year have that same occurrence? They started the game and they had to restart it.
First time since the first Super Bowl that they had a re-kick. Everybody blamed TV. You can't blame us, folks. We were all set. The clocks weren't. Let's try it again. Bennett, and now we're underway. To the same spot, only deeper to D. Thomas at the 4-yard line. And Thomas got out to about the 19, where Mike Nettles let him have it. We showed you the offense under Mike Proctor, the quarterback, with some final words with head coach Jacques Dussault. Let's take a look at the Thunder defensively. Carl Dunbar, Dan Cilio, and Robert Pressberry up front in the 34 for Orlando. Dixon, Andrews, Witkowski, and Keaton are the linebackers. And the defensive backs, Malcolm Frank, who had that big interception that preserved their victory, joins Glenn Rogers, Todd Crum, and Chris Mitchell in the secondary for the Orlando Thunder. As Carl Dunbar and the defense of the Thunder gets in place, the machine, first down from their own 20-yard line. Bartolewski in motion. The toss to Ricky Johnson, and he's going down for a loss. That's not the way the machine wanted to start things off. Chris Mitchell came up from his strong safety spot to make the tackle.
Chris Mitchell was right up on the line. That's Joe Clark
from King.
talking to Jock, who now signals it into the quarterback. High line, 0-1, hit. Strong safety, as they said, forced that play very fast.
Loss of almost 7. Reggie Bynum is a third wide receiver.
Blue 45.
And Proctor with his first throw of the night. And he's got his man on the far side, and out of bounds at the 24-yard line is Pete Manley. So they got back past the line of scrimmage, picked up about 5+, and it'll bring up third down and a manageable 6.
That's Joe Clark making the decision.
60 wide choice.
60 wide choice.
60 wide choice.
That's a pass.
Wanted to tell him something here? No.
2 out. 60 wide choice, 0-1, hit. Wide choice is that the tight end now, or the inside, it's going to be the tight end, has a choice whether to go inside or outside.
3rd and 6 machine.
Start. Blue 39. Blue 39. Hut.
From their own 24. Proctor has to improvise, and he got out across the 27-yard line, but he's a couple yards shy of the first down. Carl Dunbar tracked him down.
It's my fault.
And Proctor with helmet cam will give us a good look at what it looks like when your protection breaks down.
Yeah, he didn't have much time. And let's get a look. Now he goes back. You see he's kind of looking at the tight end. He must feel pressure from the right side, so he's starting to get out of there. And a lot of bad guys right in his face.
Saw way too much of number 78 Dunbar, who made the tackle. So Monty Robbins in to punt it away for the Machine. High kick. Joe Howard Johnson will call fair catch and take it back at the 27-yard line. 45-yard punt. And now Thunder will bring it out under Scott Mitchell, the man John talked about. There's his numbers from a week ago. And John, you and I watching the film of last week's game, he could easily have been 30 of 36 with those numbers.
Oh, he had a lot of balls dropped. I think he's a very accurate passer. As you watch him, watch if you don't see a little bit of a resemblance of Dan Marino. He stands around and watches Dan Marino during the season throw the ball, and he looks a little bit like him, left-handed, but he's a fine young quarterback.
You see the man that joined him in the backfield and what's up front for the Thunder. And here comes a blitz on first down, and Mitchell gets rid of it incomplete, and credits some good pressure that time as Ray Savage, the outside linebacker, brought a little heat on Scott Mitchell. Savage, one of the fine defensive players last year for Montreal.
Here's the helmet cam. He's going back a short drop. He really doesn't have anything. He gets a little pressure and throws the ball away, which was basically a good job on his part.
Thunder goes to a 4 wideout group, and jumping off Darrell Davis, unless he was drawn offside.
What's wrong? I can't hear nothing. I'm just listening to you can.
False start. 77 on the offense. Second down.
And indeed he was drawn off. Jerry Crafts, the right tackle.
And you can hear Jerry come back and say, I couldn't hear anything.
Number 4. I'm in the gun. I'm in the gun.
Offensive tackles always say they can't hear. It's too noisy. Not my fault.
50. China 50.
4 wide receiver group again, and Mitchell set to work from the shotgun.
In a noisy stadium, it really is difficult.
Their first team timeout.
And it was the Machine that takes the timeout. So Galen Hall will have a chance to talk things over with his quarterback. Interesting that the quarterback doesn't have to head to the sideline to talk things over with the head coach. We've got a timeout from Olympic Stadium. The Machine and the Thunder scoreless early.
Domino's Pizza tastes so good it could knock you over. The Pepperoni Pizza Feast. Experience the deal. Only $9.99 at all participating Canadian stores.
Hey, listen, I left my keys inside. Can I go get them? If I leave my wallet? Hustle. Thanks. My girlfriend left her keys. Can I run give them to her? Go. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
Why are you laughing?
Any trouble getting in? No.
Well, that's blue.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge. With 6 rich lubricants. For less irritation, you've got the edge.
The Machine defense led by Kevin MacArthur, who had 12 tackles last week.
Lucky.
There's a defensive call against second down and long for Mitchell, who fires far side and had one dropped by Grannis Bell. Let's check the Montreal defense. And they put some heat on Mitchell already. Royal at the nose, Putsier and King, the defensive ends. A linebacking core, Savage, McKenzie, MacArthur, and Davis. McKenzie and MacArthur wearing microphones tonight, so you hear a lot from them. Thomas, McCall, Holmes, and Jones in the secondary for Montreal. Third down, 15 for the Thunder. And Mitchell from the gun with 4 wideouts. Got it complete, but not enough for the first down. Joe Howard Johnson made the catch. Kevin MacArthur made the hit.
Do you have the 4 out?
So it'll be 3 and out for Orlando, and they're forced to punt it away.
Here again now, the quarterback just chooses a guy short. It's 3rd down and 15. Sometimes you wonder why they don't get it down there longer.
Manley with a flag down, got about 7 out of the return. Penalty markers down. And the Thunder saying it's against the machine.
Position right here. Okay, here we go. Easy now.
That's great. Personal foul, 15-yard face mask. Wow. Number 86 on the kicking team, 15-yard, first down.
So a major penalty against Willie Davis, a wide receiver on the special teams, and that's going to give the Montreal Machine some great field position with which to work. And they'll work with that field position when we come back. 11:28 to go first quarter. No score in Montreal.
There you go, Princess.
Well,
she's looking great.
Bill, you wouldn't believe the trout we were catching this summer.
I just got to show you.
Princess, I was just having a coffee. You know it isn't only cars that count at Ultramars.
See you soon.
What are you doing? Come on, please open the door, Princess.
Ultramar, more energy.
Princess, please.
More drive.
Brad Nessler and John Robinson with you at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where a 15-yard face mask penalty against the Thunder has the machine starting in Orlando territory. 1st and 10 just inside the Thunder 47-yard line.
Green 98.
Play action for Proctor with plenty of time. Going deep. Man out there's got him. Touchdown. It's Reggie Bynum. These fans were just waiting to pounce on this game, John, and that one play can do it for you.
Absolutely. A great call. It took advantage of a great field position. Excellent fake. Excellent fake by Proctor. Holds on the ball. He looks off, finds Bynum deep behind the corner. Bynum had him beat all the way, threw the ball well. Proctor's off to a pretty good start now.
Picture perfect. And Bjorn Nitmo in for the point after. And he's got it. It took Michael Proctor and the machine just 8 seconds to light up the scoreboard. Machine by a touchdown.
Is he there, please? Yes, David Watson. W-A-T-S-O-N. 555-1167. It's very important. So, ladies, can I buy you a beverage? Excuse me. Watson. Brunette? Yeah, it's for you.
Hello? Oh, hi.
Can we buy you a blue?
A blue? Sure. No, we'd rather come down there.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're laughing. Labatt's blue. The bullpen's warming up, and oh, just in time. Mercy, that's 6 home runs in a row. Manager Whitey Fabian is trying to keep us cool as he signals for some relief. Whoa, look who's coming up next. And Letchford gets the call?
Tired of facing the heat? Well, right now, Mazda is offering air conditioning or an equivalent credit on 323, Protege, 626, MX6, Miata, MPV, and Mazda trucks. Beat the heat with air from Mazda.
Letchford won't get out of the car.
That is the victim, or at least one of them, in the Thunder secondary, Chris Mitchell, who Michael Proctor victimized with a 47-yard touchdown pass to Reggie Bynum moments ago that has the machine out in front 7-0 over the Orlando Thunder with 11:20 to go first quarter.
Well, that was an outstanding job by the quarterback. Michael did a great job of faking and looking the safety man off and then delivering the ball. All three elements were crucial for the success of that play. And we'll get a look at it here in a minute after this play so you can see the elements that go into a successful play.
Here's Nitmo to kick. Joe Howard Johnson and Grannis Bell are deep. Bell tracks it down at the 3-yard line. And ran out of real estate out only to about the 16. And that's where Orlando will have to go to work.
Here's a look now. Watch the quarterback make an excellent fake here to keep the linebackers up. Then look off in this direction to get the safety to go this way. Turns back and makes a long pass to the wide receiver. Let's take a look at it. Here you see the fake. Shoulders down. There's the look. That gets the safety. Now he's got a guy. Oh, boy, I got a touchdown. Yes, sir, you do.
You could just sense play. Proctor's eyes getting bigger as he looked outfield about him. And now the Thunder goes to the ground and doesn't get much. Darryl Clack, short game.
Here's a look. Look at the fake. Watch his shoulders now. Go down with him down there. That's it. You can see the linebacker stepped up. Looks left. He said, oh, there's my man.
Just the way you draw it up.
Exactly the way.
2nd and 7. At the 17. 3 wide outs for the Thunder. Here comes the pressure on Mitchell, who zips it, and it's almost picked off by Chris McCall.
We've got a hold back here too, it looks like.
Penalty marker in the Thunder backfield. And let's see if that's what Gary Lane's going to tell us.
Whenever they talk to the umpire, you know it's bad news for the offense. Umpire never makes calls on the other guys. You always look there, and if he's talking, you got trouble. Galen Hall knows that.
Okay. No, I would have been a zebra.
Holding 68 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Blaine Rose, the right guard.
Here's a look at helmet cam now. Quarterback is letting the ball go. You see the guy way in the back. He doesn't get a good look, and he almost gets it intercepted. The cornerback just kind of ate up the wide receiver that time.
You got to love helmet cam, even giving us the holding calls on the right guard Rose, as you saw one up under the armpit and the other under the face mask. And now it's still 2nd down, but it's 2nd down and a long 16 for Mitchell. They're just trying to draw play inside, and Clack only got out to the 10-yard line.
This is where an offensive team on the road behind, a lot of noise in this stadium, needs to keep their poise. This is a big test for Scott Mitchell. A young quarterback, had great success last week. Now he's got to keep his cool, not let any tragedies happen.
Red 80 X-ray!
He doesn't need a 1st down here. He needs to avoid a tragedy.
Just under 10 minutes to go 1st quarter. The Thunder trailing the Machine by 7. And Mitchell near his own goal line loads it. And has it intercepted? No, dropped by Quentin Jones, who had it in his hands and was already thinking end zone.
That's what young quarterbacks do. They get in a situation like that, saying, I got to make a 1st down. I got to make it happen. And there he almost gives away the ball game with a chance for them to go up by 2 touchdowns. Experience, and that's what he's getting.
Overthrew Grannis Bell. So Orlando forced to kick for the 2nd time. Not a good punt, but the Thunder does get a decent bounce out of it. And it rolls on the Machine side of the 50-yard line, and in fact still going down to the 43. As Ray Criswell didn't get all of it, but he got a decent roll, and Montreal comes back out, and again they've got great field position at the 43-yard line. Let's see what Joe Clark's got up his sleeve this time.
Joe Clark's he's looking forward to this now. He's got a great field position.
He's got to watch him now.
He's already got the play in. Michael Proctor's giving it to him.
So Proctor, who took one play to find Reggie Bynum last time, this time works from his own 43-yard line.
Green 95! Green 95!
A toss to Ricky Johnson, and he got across the 45 and out to the 46-yard line.
Now let's listen to Joe Clark make this call.
They're huddling up. Where are they spotting the ball?
Right there on the hash mark. Oh, do it.
There he's wide open.
Hurry up. Oh, fuck, he saw him. No, he did. Get it.
The fade, far side, they did get it. And Reggie Bynum's got it again. Penalty marker
that
down.
was that trick play that you wait for, and they didn't wait very long. They found wide receiver sitting way out by the sideline.
And we got a penalty marker down.
Well, they may not have had. The rule is now that the man has to be inside the numbers. You see the numbers down on the field. Reggie Bynum had to be inside the numbers before he went back out and hit out on the sideline. The officials are saying, you know, did he or didn't he? And the other guy saying, I don't know. I didn't see it. That's why you always try to tell officials when you're trying one of these plays, you try to alert them so they have a clue, because right now they're all...
There is no foul on the play. The player was legal.
Pick up the flag and pick up 24 yards on the pass play. Proctor to Reggie Bynum, who's been his main man so far.
2 hip 28.
28. 2 hip 28.
2 hip 28. I think that's a run. They're down in field goal range now.
Jacques Dussault, the head coach of the Machine. It's well oiled so far to the 30-yard line. 7-0 Machine early.
395.
Ricky Johnson. And Johnson inside the 25 to the 24. Robert Pressberry in on the stop for Orlando. Johnson, a good-looking back, John.
Yeah, he's a guy that makes a 4-yard gain into a 4-yard gain. You know, and I say that complimentary. He's an aggressive back who gets up the field, runs at you, and as you see there, makes a good gain on first down.
29 on 1.
29 is a run again now. It's the 2-back in the 9-hole. That's the tailback, I think, going around the left side.
On 2nd and 4, that 2-back is Johnson, the lone setback that you see at the 24 of Orlando. And here he comes. Johnson picks his way along and might have a first down on extra effort.
That's a good run by Johnson.
I know, but our guy was trying to get away from it. I don't know what he called.
Both guys are going to be out. Reggie Bynum's going to be out. My understanding, right here. Okay. How much
time out for a measurement.
I have no idea, Coach.
Look where the ball is on the penalty. The ball is on a 20-yard line.
I know, but it's a penalty.
Yeah, I know, but it's against the 2 guys that are going to be kicked out for 2 plays.
So it's
offsetting?
Yeah, offsetting.
All right, so we got a measurement coming up, John.
I don't.
The ball is on the 20-yard line. It'll be very close. So Jacks, be ready.
Jacks, be ready. Yep. Probably going to measure.
Yeah, ask for a measurement.
If indeed 2 players were caught fighting, they are gone for a couple of plays and offsetting penalties.
Okay, tell him I want a 2-formation quarterback sneak. That's all.
2 formation. 2 formation quarterback sneak. 2 formation quarterback formation.
We got a great look at what goes on, what really goes on in the exchange between the guy upstairs and the guy downstairs. Everybody's looking for information, trying to figure out what they're basically saying. It's third and inches, and they're going to let the quarterback have a quarterback sneak.
I'm coming right up your ass.
Well, when you've got a guy that's 6'4", 210, as he said, I'm coming right up your backside, and he's probably talking to Kula and McCall and Novak, and mostly Bob Kula, his center.
And he's having fun. He said, hey, I like this play, and we're moving in, and let me have the ball.
Right there.
Michael said it just a little bit different than John and I did, but here comes 3rd down.
Quarterback sneak on 1. Ready?
On 1. Give me the ball.
3 silver. 2. No, I got it. Right.
3rd and inches. Montreal.
Blue 35. Blue 35.
And now a first down, Montreal. Nice surge by the Montreal Machine offensive front.
They screwed up. 2 3 silver.
Bob Kula led the charge, the center.
Tight G-can. Tight.
That's Charlie Bailey with his hand on his head.
Alert 2.
This kind of start would give a coach a headache, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's got to try to keep him into a field goal. It's cover 3, but alert 2. If they get a certain formation, they'll change the coverage to 2.
That's Pete Koharczyk, the defensive back coach, who's chatting with Charlie Bailey, and then it goes to Rick Andrews, the inside linebacker. That's the chain of what you're hearing tonight. First down, Montreal.
Blue 35.
Aaron Emanuel now is checked in for the Machine in the backfield. Nice play fake by Proctor again, and he's got a man open inside of 15 as Bartolewski down to the 9. The H-back Bartolewski has it down for what appears to be another first down.
They really have Orlando back on their heels right now. Excellent fake by the quarterback.
3, alert 2.
Again, he's staying with the same defense. Now it's a zone defense. Alert 2 means if they get a certain formation, they'll change the coverage. But they're going to go back with what they just played. 3-2. A little bit of a containing defense.
Right.
Here's one the machine maybe can play with. Second down and inches.
We got 2, bro. 35.
At the Thunder 9.
35.
Bartolewski in motion. They keep it on the ground to Aaron Emanuel, and second effort's got him to the 5. Took a few Orlando Thunder defensive players to bring down Aaron Emanuel, who looked like he was going to lose about 3 yards.
Yeah, he got pushed outside, but he did a good job of turning it up the field, which every good runner really has to do. Watch him. They got him. They're starting to string him out. He's in trouble. He says, I'm going up the field. He's 240, former USC tailback. So he's heard get up the field a few times in his life. Big, powerful man. Nice job, Aaron.
Went to USC, highly touted out of high school with almost 5,000 yards, and then signed on to hope to be the next great USC tailback. They eventually moved him to fullback, which he played in front of Ricky Irvins of the Redskins. First and goal, Montreal. He got a couple that time.
Second down, 3.
Jack's Zach 0 near 16 lead easy.
Shoot it again.
It's unbelievable you can get a play that's that long when you're only 3 yards away from the end zone.
16 lead easy.
Lead easy. This is a run again now. Lead is.
We don't have much time.
Is the H-back now is going to lead the play.
16 lead easy. On 1. Right? Hold on to it.
The machine offense has made it look sort of easy so far. They lead 7-0 with 4:18 to go in the quarter.
He better take time out. He's got a lot of uncertain people there. Right?
Got an extra lineman, and you called it, John, exactly. Timeout. Don't waste an opportunity down at the 3-yard line.
Now that's good quarterbacking. For whatever reasons, there was some uncertainty. They changed formations. They just weren't quite sure what they're doing. The quarterback had some questions. Nice job.
4:11 to go first quarter. The machine leading by 7 and threatening again.
You can make La Dry beer in the comfort of your own home. All you need is La Rare aromatic hops, La Choice Canadian barley, La Cold clear water, and a few other fine ingredients. You brew it longer than Labatt's regular beer for a clean, dry taste. Oh, that's right. You need La 15,000-gallon kettle. Nah, maybe you better let Labatt make La beer dry.
Does your family use a lot of hot water? A Home Energy oil-fired water heater from Ultramar provides all the economical hot water you will ever need. 5 times faster than electric. It rents for only $7.95 a month, plus installation. Switch to an oil-fired water heater. Call Ultramar Home Energy today.
Come on, babe. You got a good break.
Dave DeRocher.
Zach, 0 near. 16 lead easy on 1. Ready?
And there's the call on second and goal. Montreal at the Orlando 3-yard line. 8-play drive that started back at the 43. They're trying to cap it with their second touchdown of the night.
48.
Johnson and Emanuel dual set, and it's Emanuel, the second man through, and he's not going to get there. Nice job defensively by the Thunder, led by Keaton, the outside linebacker, and Dunbar off the defensive line.
49 goal line.
Boy, they got a guy down, Joe. They got a guy down. You got time. Joe, you got time.
Right behind you now.
That's the guy down, Winfred Bryant.
Again, when we have a chance to look at the coaches in the box, time is so precious. There's about 5 or 10 seconds to make a decision. You see his partner upstairs saying, hey, you got a little extra time.
What do you got?
Okay, Zach 1.
Zach 1.
Fake 16, roll pass right.
He's got it,
Hey, Mark,
yeah.
Tell him to go to that pylon.
Hey.
What he's doing here now, he's faking the same run that they just had. Everything's going to look the same. and the H-back, the guy coming in motion is going to sneak out and try to get to the back of the end zone.
Zach, one.
We got the play.
And you heard him say get to the pylon, which obviously is the goal line.
Just make sure he's going to the pylon.
Make sure you go to the pylon.
I got you. And Mike's saying, what's a pylon? How about saying back in the end zone? Huh?
And Orlando's hoping they can pile on whoever's got the football. It'll be 3rd and goal when all the smoke clears, and Winfred Bryant coming off under his own power. That's good news for the Orlando defense.
Just tell him Zach.
Let's listen to Mike. Let's see if he communicates that. Get to the pylon. Young quarterback having a great day here.
Let's work it now. Zach 1. 16 roll pass right on 1. Ready? Come in close. You got it. Left order.
He forgot that pylon stuff.
Forgot the pylon, but he knows he needs 2 yards for a touchdown on 3rd down and goal.
35.
Bartolewski in motion. There's the fake and the roll. He might keep it. He does. Touchdown. I guess he is having a good night. 1 in the air, 1 on the ground. Touchdown Proctor, and it's 13-0 Machine.
That's what you love when a quarterback can run the football. Here we get a look at it again. He's trying to get to the back 33 coming in deep in the end zone. He's got some room, and he said, man, I got a shot at this. Makes up his mind. He's going to score. Nice job, Mike. The active quarterback can get you out of so many things. That was a play-action pass they thought would be open. It was covered. Quarterback still scores.
Bjorn Nitmo in for the point after. And he's got his second one of the night. Machine fans are loving it at Olympic Stadium, and why not? With 3:25 to go. First quarter, they lead 14-0 thanks to this touchdown run by Proctor.
The fake. You can see he already sees that the man is covered. Make the decision, tell that big fat guy get out of the way, score.
Matt McCall is right guard.
And then see your buddy who thinks you're great. It's not bad stuff here. Isn't that a great act? That's a great, that helmet cam is something special. He's got to make the decision right now. Pass or run, he doesn't have any more time.
That's where he told Matt McCall, just fall down because all I need is a little bit more room.
Get out of the way, Matt. Nice job.
Michael Proctor, former racer of Murray State, races to the end zone for the Machine. They lead 14-0.
See, the coverage is there. When you're on the move and can run and see is when the great scramblers can do both things. Here's the helmet cam with audio now. Let's listen to what he says.
Go, go!
Well, he didn't tell him get out of the way. He said go. Go.
And the celebration around helmet cam after the touchdown.
Those are great shots. I love that.
57-yard drive for the Machine.
They don't love it, though. They've got some problems.
Boy, they need some offense now. This next drive, because it's been back up, and then punt for the Machine the first 2 times they've had it. They could use a decent kick return. That would help the cause.
And they've got to, you know, there's a tendency to lose your poise. They want to make something big happen here. They've just got to be consistent.
Here's Grannis Bell. He's going to bring it out from about 5 yards deep. And you heard John say stay in, and that's why he should have. Didn't get to the 10. Ray Savage and D. Thomas make the hit. And now Orlando in a whole batch of trouble again inside their own 10-yard line. 57 yards, 10 plays. Almost 6 minutes before Proctor did it himself from 2 yards out. Don't forget, USA's live coverage of the World League continues next weekend. Will be at Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands as the New Jersey Knights take on the San Antonio Riders. Coverage starts at 8 o'clock, 7 Central on USA. And the Riders with Mike Riley off to a good start. And Mouse Davis Knights know that they need a win next week. That should be a good one. Roger Vick with the carry, and Orlando still trying to establish really anything on offense right now, John.
Just get a first down. That's what they have to be thinking. Scott Mitchell has got to be 38, there. 38's the play. We don't know what that means. That's a code that Galen Hall has. 38 translates to something. Everybody looks on their sleeve.
As Michael Barkant told us, everybody checks the sweat band. Mitchell, the quick out, got his man across the 20 to the 24, Dennis Airy. And that gives the Thunder finally a first down, a pickup of 10.
Now the concentration has to be
17.
Just get another first down.
17,
You know, when you're in a position like this, you can't want to get it all back too fast.
Tough on them. Yep.
Just stay steady.
And there you see, they're not checking to see when their flight is back to Florida. They're checking the play.
3-3 nickel.
Okay. Hut.
Just inside the 25, the give to Vick. Nice cutback by Vick. Up to about the 29-yard line. Jones came up from the secondary to make the stop.
Watch that bootleg pass coming off of that now. Off tackle play to the left. He might be coming back with a bootleg pretty soon.
17.
Second down, 6 for the Thunder. Under 2 minutes, first quarter, 14-0 Machine. Vick, the left side this time, and not much there.
80 all hook.
Ace! What number?
80, 38.
Ken Karcher, the pass coordinator on the right, making the call down to Galen Hall. There's a good look again at what everybody's got on the wristband.
This is 3 wide receivers now. I think he called everybody hook, which means everybody's going down.
China 50.
About 6 yards, turn around.
China 50. Hot, hot.
Third down at 5. Mitchell stands tall and delivers incomplete. And again intended for Airy, and a play made by Chris McCall, the right corner. Those two mix it up a little bit.
Excellent job by Chris McCall. He just challenged that wide receiver right from the get-go, and he tried to get the ball in there, but it was just an outstanding defensive job. They're going to have to push those corners off if they're going to have success throwing short.
Got a little jersey there, too, before he made the play on the ball.
When you're at home, all that's fair.
Griswold's punt will come down to the 36-yard line. So the Montreal Machine, as they've had throughout the game, with great field position. One time they started in Orlando territory. They turned that into a touchdown pass. And as you can see, their total yardage way out in front of the Thunder, as Orlando has but 1 first down, and Michael Proctor, wearing helmet cams, got 1 in the air and 1 running the football.
We're rolling. All right, that's it, Michael.
They are rolling.
2 formation.
We're with you.
7 on 1. Ready?
27 on 1, I think, is a run to the left side. Tailback's going to take it off to the off the left tackle.
Green 98. Green 98.
As he follows his left tackle, and Bartolewski is H-back. Across the 40 to the 41. Ball came loose at the end, but blown dead at the 41-yard line.
Ricky Johnson got about 7 there. I mean, that's what you're looking for, the consistent runner. Tackle was made by Rick Andrews, but that's a 6 or 7 yard gain. If you can have that, then everything goes great for the quarterback then.
Well, tight G candy. 3
That's
left,
Rick
2
Andrews making the call defensively for the Thunder.
Left. 2.
Second down at 5 for the Machine.
Blue 35. Blue 35. Hut. Hut.
Bartolewski in motion. The toss to Johnson again. And the pile up before the 45-yard line. So he's going to be a couple short of the first down. An important defensive snap coming up now for Orlando. They'd love to force the Machine into a kick once tonight.
Absolutely, but that's what the offense should want. If you're going to run the football, coming up 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2 is okay. You know, you got to feel okay about that.
What was Scott saying?
We're at the end of the quarter. A great quarter for the Montreal Machine.
Boy, was it ever.
Fans are certainly letting them know it.
It was all Machine in that first quarter. Proctor with a touchdown pass and a touchdown run. And Montreal at the end of 1 leads by 14.
I got a good man. He's always on my mind. He's a good man. And no cheating, no lie. He's a good man. I promise no cheating, no hurting. Always on my mind, loving woman. That's much for you.
Most of us would like to have life insurance so we can leave something behind for our loved ones. But by the age of 50, we think it'll be too difficult and too expensive to get insurance.
They have the high blood pressure. Be bound to fail the medical.
With Norwich Union's guaranteed life insurance plan, if you're between 50 and 75, your acceptance is guaranteed, with no medical exam and no health questions. Your insurance can cost as little as $20 a month. Depending on your age and the premium you choose, you could be covered for up to $25,000. In case of accidental death, your benefit triples, up to $75,000. Call this toll-free number now for your free personal enrollment kit. You're under no obligation, and no salesperson will come to your home. Call 1-800-263-9899. An operator is standing by to take your call now. That's 1-800-263-9899. Ask for operator 203.
As you might expect, the machine dominating on the scoreboard and in the statistical categories, and 121 total yards to just 30 in almost 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes more with a football.
And their field position was so outstanding. They took over the ball at midfield, which is much easier than on your own thing.
Dean Witkowski making sure everything's still there. He's not in the lineup right now defensively for the Thunder. On third down, almost 2 for the machine. And down for a loss is Emmanuel, and a nice job defensively by Malcolm Frank, who came up to make the force from the corner.
That was a big play for Orlando. Big play. Malcolm Frank jumped up the field fast, beat the fullback's block, and was there's no place for Emmanuel to go. That's the kind of thing that can turn the game around for him.
So Monty Robbins in to punt. Back deep for Orlando will be Joe Howard Johnson. Got to put some heat on Robbins. They backed off it at the last instant, and fair catch called for. This one takes an Orlando bounce up to about the 34, almost the 35-yard line. So a short kick with a bad bounce for Robbins. We'll see if the bouncers go Orlando's way when we come back. They trail by 14.
Very cool. It's party time. Check the time, man. Look, you get the blue, and I'll do the rest. This is serious, man. How'd you do it? Just put the word out. No, you're laughing. Labatt's blue.
There you go, Princess.
Well,
she's looking great.
Listen, Bill, you wouldn't believe the trout we were catching this summer.
I just got to show you.
Princess, I was just having a coffee. You know it isn't only cars that count at Ultramar.
See you soon.
What are you doing? Come on, please, open the door, Princess.
Ultramar, more energy.
Princess, please.
More drive.
With Thunder backup quarterback Kerwin Bell, from your view on the sidelines, what do you need to do offensively to get back in this one?
Well, mainly we just got to get something going. You know, they've come out and played well, got up early on us, and they've got a great crowd here. And we've got to just get something going offensively. Just start pecking away and taking some things, and if we do that, we'll be all right.
I mentioned that you were relegated to backup work. Last year you were starter, one of the league leaders. That has not sat well with you, and you have asked for a trade in recent weeks. What do you think is going to come of all this?
Well, you know, I've already said what I had to say about the situation, and you know, everybody knows Kerwin Bell knows that if I'd have been beat out, nothing would have ever been said. I'd sat here and did my job and been a backup, but I know what happened, and I know some things that were said to me. So, but I've said my say, and now I'm just got to help this team win, and that's to help the team, the offense. You know, what's going out, help Scott, and then when my number's called, be ready to go. And so I've said what I'm going to say on that, and you know, I'm not pleased, but I'm here to help the team win, and I think we've got a good chance.
All right, Kerwin, best of luck to you. Brad?
First down for the Thunder. Mitchell got hit as he released that one, and he is down, and Kerwin Bell might get his opportunity to play quicker than he thinks.
Play action pass, but they didn't block a guy off the backside. Darrell Davis came free, and watch Darrell Davis unblock coming right at Scott. Scott doesn't see him and has to throw it. Boom, takes a pretty good hit. Not too bad. Quarterbacks are supposed to take those kind of hits.
Especially when you're 6'6", 236. Mitchell's a pretty big package for a quarterback. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Thunder trailing by 2 touchdowns, and Roger Vick incomplete. And he had a lot of green in front of him, and Mitchell had to get rid of that maybe a little quicker than he wanted to.
The Montreal defensive front is putting good pressure on him.
Scott, 35.
Scott was back on his heels a little bit, feeling that pressure.
35.
Only 2 out of 8 for 15 yards for Scott Mitchell, not showing all that rhythm that he showed a week ago
China 50.
in the win over Ohio.
China 50.
3rd and 10.
Hot, hot.
Orlando 0 for 3 on their 3rd down conversions, and now they're 0 for 4. Pass intended for Willie Davis. Quentin Jones was covering.
This is when a quarterback with a start like that, you can hear his frustration and see his frustration. Here's when the coach has got to be able to settle him down, make him believe things are okay. Here we see him coming. Here's, oops, it goes. Coach goes right by us. There they're talking. That's it.
Criswell to punt, just got it away. Might have been partially touched and then picked up at the 24-yard line as Manley tried to make something out of it, and he got a nice spin after he got hit. Darrell Davis got a piece of that punt, it appeared. Montreal on offense when we come back.
Does your family use a lot of hot water? A home energy oil-fired water heater from Ultramar provides all the economical hot water you will ever need. 5 times faster than electric. It rents for only $7.95 a month, plus installation. Switch to an oil-fired water heater. Call Ultramar Home Energy today.
Early that morning, they gave Al his warning.
Give yourself up.
No way! I want 10 million and a jet.
Be reasonable, Al. We'll give you a box of Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
What?
Kellogg's Raisin Bran, Al. It's got 2 scoops of juicy raisins and big crispy flakes with bran.
Well, the offer sounded right, because Al had been there all night.
How many scoops?
2 scoops of raisin.
I'm coming out.
Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
This was Scott Mitchell with the last 3rd down call from helmet cam, and watch his teammates check the wristbands to get the play. John, what do you think of this so far?
Well, you know, obviously they're not doing very well, and you know, you kind of blame out things, but you know, there's not much unity going on right there. Not much chance for Scott to talk to his group. Everybody's looking at the wrist.
Montreal looking at a 14-0 lead, and going up top, Pete Manley's got it on a quick slant in front of Glenn Rogers. And he got about 9 out of it.
That's when you know you got a tough receiver, when they can make those catches inside, and certainly that's what Pete is.
Talk about a difference in quarterbacks. Proctor with this hookup, 5 for 5 for 100 yards and a touchdown.
Manley comes off, looks like he's going deep, gives him just enough, puts his body in there. Nice throw by Proctor. Proctor's off to a great start.
Second
Glenn
down.
Rogers made an okay play on it.
A yard to go for the machine. And they're going to throw on 2nd and short. Nope, quarterback draw. No, it is a throw. Johnson's got it, and he broke a tackle. And he's up to the 40-yard line, the 45-yard line. Racine Keaton made the stop.
Here's the quarterback now going back. He doesn't have much. He makes a quick decision. He's running the football. Somebody, that hurt. But he still threw the ball just after that collision. Yeah. Anytime you think you want to play quarterback, just think about throwing one right after one of those.
In that mayhem, he got the pass off for the first down.
Green 95. Green 95.
Ricky Johnson trying to sweep the left side. Got about 3 before he's run out of bounds by Chris Mitchell.
Okay, I want a put King's people in there.
They're there.
Okay, I want a two-hip, play pass 28.
Play pass 28. 2-hip, play pass 28.
He's got King's people in there, which I think is 3 wide receivers. 2-hip, I think, is he's faking the ball.
Play pass 28, right?
Play pass, he's going to roll out and throw the football.
Here we go. 2-hip, play pass 28 on 1. Right?
Nice job, Mike Lee. He's looking in everybody's eyes. He's giving them a feeling that he's taking care of them there.
Move, 34 step.
Second down and 7.
He's changing the play here now. He's got a pressure defense.
Here comes a blitz. Proctor over the middle, and he's got his man. At the 34-yard line, it's Manley again.
Nice throw, nice catch, but more important, the play that was called, he changed on the line of scrimmage because he saw a defense that he knew the play called just wasn't going to work. That's playing quarterback there, and that's getting help from a good guy catching the ball. Look at Pete Manley get his body up in it. Here's another look at this catch now. Well, look at how he uses his body to shield off the defensive player, hangs onto the ball. Pete Manley's a player.
Third catch of the night for number 89, Pete Manley. For 38 yards. First and 10 machine at the 35 of Orlando. Proctor trying to throw the quick slant. He's going to catch his own. He dropped it down. I thought he was going to have the pass and the reception. Rick Andrews got a hand on that one.
Nice job by Michael Proctor. Again, he's playing in rhythm. Here's the next call.
Two formation. 76. 76 wide.
This is a pass now. It's two formation. 76. I'm not sure what the pattern is.
Neither's Rick Andrews, the linebacker for Orlando, hoping that the Thunder can stop the machine as Montreal leads by 14. Under 10 minutes to go. First half.
Check 60. Blue 35. Blue 35.
On second and 10, Proctor may have been stepped on by one of his offensive linemen. He goes down in a heap, and it'll be third down at about 14.
Check 60 is to take 2 steps back and have the center step in your toe and fall down. You don't want to call that one anymore.
Yeah, that's Bob Coolin, number 64. He looked at him. He may have been the guilty party.
Come back, overcome.
Atta baby. Talk about the next play. That's what.
Two open out. 60 bend in on one. Right?
See, he got his right foot caught down, but he came right back into the next play.
I think it was Matt McCall, his right guard. He's the guy told to get out of the way on his 2-yard touchdown gallop earlier.
Blue 38.
Third and 13.
One over here. Blue 38.
Proctor got some heat again, and down he goes. Nice pursuit that time defensively. And it was Robert Pressberry, the defensive end.
Good pressure up the field. 4th down and 10. Looks like a little long for a field goal here.
And they're going to bring in Robbins to try to kick one in the corner against Orlando. They do have a fake punt in their arsenal, but he's going to kick this one high and hope for some coverage. Laid it up there pretty good, but it took a bad bounce on him again. And down at the 14-yard line. So Montreal in front, not able to capitalize the last time they had the ball, but with 8:20 to go first half, they lead by 14.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge with 6 rich lubricants. For less irritation, you've got the edge.
Can your motor oil take the heat? When today's engines reach high running temperatures, motor oil can thin out, break down, and leave engine surfaces unprotected. But Castrol XLR has been engineered to maintain a lubricating film, even at extreme engine temperatures. At Castrol, we believe if you can't take the heat, get out of the engine.
The big games, the action, the excitement. Get the complete picture of what's happening in the WLAF on This Week in the World League. Premieres Friday, 7:30 Eastern. Keep in tune to the world on Real TV, TSN.
Well, you can see the first half possessions for the Orlando Thunder. Not the greatest. Twice they started inside their own 20. That didn't help the field position, but 3 and out, a 5-play drive that included their only first down of the game, and then 3 and out last time. Let's see what they do from their own 20-yard line.
Okay.
Mitchell, quick count, sprint draw, just barely got it to Darryl Clack. And let's check in with Michael Barkan.
I'll tell you, talk about being all washed up. You figure you come to a game, it's in a dome stadium, you stay dry. No, it's the last time I take your tickets, Nestler. This is terrible.
We got a little leak. Hey, they had a 55-ton piece of concrete come down to this place about a half year ago. They got that fixed. We won't worry about a leak. 2nd and 8. Mitchell got it complete, short of the first down, and out to about the 29-yard line. And Chris McCall really let Willie Davis have it after the reception.
In the control passing game, one of the things you can't do is complete a 5-yard pass and come up short. He had to get the first down. 6 shade is going to be a run. I think it's running to the right side. Although I'm not sure he's set. This may be a short pass.
They may have a free 5, as it looked like Darrell Davis jumped off. Pass complete out to Willie Davis.
This is clearly a team that wants to control the ball passing. 3rd and 2, they go for a throw.
Coach.
Right now, the same group. The same group.
Nickel. Let's go split shade 3.
This is first down is what Hank has used. The defensive coach is saying that we will stay with the pass defense.
25
linemen.
25.
He's got 3 wide receivers in the game. Now here comes the 4th wide receiver.
Kevin MacArthur getting all the defensive
you can hear
calls.
Hank making the change. Dime means that there are 6 defensive backs coming on the field. So it's a constant bit of adjustment that goes on, and you've got to see on the sideline. You've got to see what happens with the other team's personnel if you're going to stay up with this.
They were still getting the first down markers set and still are. First down on the penalty at the 35-yard line. They declined the penalty, took the catch by Davis. 4 wideouts for Scott Mitchell. And now the officials hold things up again. Now they've got it set, working on resetting the clock again. Galen Hall says, hey, we finally got something going. Let us play. First down, Thunder. Mitchell out in the flat to Clack. And Clack gets it out near the 40-yard line. Give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. So slowly but surely, the Thunder doing something against the Montreal defense.
Personnel as of right now. Tight end in. Tight end.
23. Tight end is in. They're changing personnel. 23 is a run now. They're 2nd and 5.
Left over.
Well, it isn't. I'm wrong there. 23 is code for whatever they have here. Let's see what they got.
2nd and 5. Again, the 3 wideouts. Thunder trailing by 2 touchdowns. Got it across the middle and a first down as they cross midfield for the first time tonight. Down to the 48-yard line goes Mike Titley, the tight end. Kevin MacArthur
now they're starting to get a little rhythm.
Tiger.
Here's the defensive coach.
Okay, now what do you want? Give me something else. Hurry up. Go line 3 hook again. What's the number? 23.
Call made by Ken Karcher on the right of your screen to Galen Hall.
23.
23, they're going with the control passing game. Short drop by the quarterback.
At the Montreal 48, first down. Same play, and they come right back to the 41-yard line, a pickup of about 7. Well, we know 1 play tonight now.
Well, if it works once, let's try it again.
19 check. Out of time. No, 14, 15 check. Give it to me. 17.
17.
Last time they were 32, they threw the ball. Let's see what they do now.
2 tight ends. We'd be in that anyways.
Hank Hughes, the defensive coordinator of the machine, trying to counter from their sideline. And Puzier appeared to jump offside unless drawn off by the Thunder. We'll find out in a minute. Penalty on the play.
False start. 73 offense. Boy, that hurts. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
Kevin Allen, the tackle with the false start, and that does kill you. It goes from 2nd and 3 to 2nd and 8.
The right tackle is going to be the man that jumps offside. We get a look at him here. There he goes. Just the false step. Puzier reads it. He goes back to the huddle and say, I couldn't hear.
Makes it 2nd and 8 at the 46. Nice play fake by Mitchell. Wide open in the flat. First down and a lot more inside the 30. Tommy Stowers gets it all the way to the 24-yard line before Kevin MacArthur could track him down. Give him 21 on the pass play.
Again, now we're getting Scott Mitchell in the kind of rhythm that they hoped they could have got him in the start of the game, but now there's some feeling. Scott just rolls left. Play-action passes have become an important part of this game. Kansas City, Cincinnati, and the NFL have done such a good job with it over the last couple of years. It's just becoming the dominant first down pass.
Boomer Esiason will be happy to hear you say that. Mitchell, 5 straight completions. There's the first one in that string that went haywire. D. Thomas stretched out a pass intended for Grannis Bell.
There was some confusion there between the receiver and the quarterback. Quarterback wanted one pattern, receiver ran another.
Brings up second down and 10.
They all know what 8 is.
That's because it's below 10. They've practiced that one more than the other ones.
China 50 means what? That's the defense. It's telling everybody what defense.
Mitchell with 4 wideouts. Trying to throw the deep out to Grannis Bell. Incomplete.
They are really squeezing the wide receivers. There's just no room for Grannis Bell out there.
35.
He just couldn't run his pattern. They're going to have to go by those wide receivers at some point.
Now, hey, we got to go with base to block the field goal.
3rd and 10. There's the drive. 55 yards so far. The most important 10 they need here. They trail 14-0. Here comes a blitz on Mitchell. Delivers over the middle. Down to the 20, complete, but Quentin Jones wraps up Willie Davis 5 yards short of the first down.
Short passing game, the receiver running across the field. It was man-to-man coverage. The guy just chased him. You see the blitzer coming. He's picked up. You've got to get a first down. 3rd down in there. It's just not enough to get 5 when you need 10.
Orlando wants to get something on the board, so they bring out Tracy Bennett. He hit from 37 and 45 last week in Orlando's win. He had 1 blocked. He's going to try this one from 38 yards out, and he got it. So the Thunder finally with a decent drive, and they cap it with the field goal by Tracy Bennett. 3 minutes, 4 seconds till halftime. 14-3 Montreal.
Excuse me. What are you doing tonight? Call Domino's Pizza and let the party begin. Experience the fun. Domino's Pizza. From our oven to your mouth, 30 minutes guaranteed.
Get the big picture. Sports Desk on TSN. 7 times daily during the week, 5 times on the weekends. We've got you covered.
There you go, Princess.
Well,
she's looking great.
Listen, Bill, you wouldn't believe the trout we were catching this summer.
I just got to show you.
Princess, I was just having a coffee. You know it isn't only cars that count at Ultramar.
See you soon. What are you doing? Come on, please open the door, Princess.
Ultramar, more energy.
Princess, please.
More drive.
And I assume that's not footage of Hulk out painting on the beach. Bennett's kick to D. Thomas at the 2. And didn't get back to the 20-yard line. Nice coverage as Chris Mitchell and Mike Nettles get down there on special teams to make the stop for Orlando. They could really use a defensive stop right here, John, and get an opportunity to get the football back. But, of course, Jacques Dussault's thinking about using the last 2:53.
Yeah. There's the at the end of the play here, we got a little excitement, a little talking now. Now that's just plain stupid there. Coach has got to look at the guy and say, hey, you're killing us when you try to do those. 47 is a run. I think coming to the left.
Machine leading 14-3. We're under 3 minutes first half. Ricky Johnson, a single setback. He gets the call off the left side. Got it out near the 22.
Good run again. They're knocking the Orlando defensive front off that ball a little bit, enough to give a Ricky Johnson type runner a chance to pause and feel and then get up the field for 5 yards.
Just kind of hid in behind his lineman that time and waited for his hole to open. Picked up about 5 or 6.
And then finished the run well. Good runners finish runs going forward. The average runner gets knocked back.
You had enough of those in your time, both at USC and with the Rams.
34 set.
A lot of guys finished a lot of runs for you.
95. Green 95.
2nd and 5. And Johnson again, this time off the right side, and he finishes that one out at the 30-yard line. First down machine.
That's what makes an offense go. Now that gives the quarterback a chance. Now
26
there's the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Okay. 2-minute warning.
So Joe Clark and company, including Jacques Rousseau, will have more time to talk about it. Jacques says, I'm getting from everywhere. Hey, but coach, you're up 14-3 at the 2-minute warning.
The fascination always existed. The human body, without doubt, is the greatest of inventions. Flawless in design, capable of astonishing feats. Amazingly, the harder the body is worked, the stronger, more beautiful it becomes. To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 32 old-fashioned iron-pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance. All on a machine that fits in the corner of your home. Soloflex, simple and efficient, like the body itself. Which may explain why it looks less like a machine and more like a work of art. For a free brochure, call anytime.
With John Robinson and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler back at the site of World Bowl 92, Olympic Stadium in Montreal, where the machine leads the Orlando Thunder 14-3, and now a little more breathing room for the machine to work here, John.
Yeah, there's a chance to go into a 2-minute offense now.
Green 95.
On first down, the toss to Ricky Johnson. He's been most of the offense on this drive. This time he only got a couple before Wayne Dixon, the outside linebacker, wraps him up. If you're just joining us, the machine got their 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. First, it was a 47-yard touchdown as Reggie Bynum was on the receiving end of Michael Proctor's pass, and then Proctor on the next drive, capping off a 57-yard march, took it in from 2 yards out. Orlando finally got something on the board the last time they had it as Tracy Bennett connected on the 38-yard field goal. That's where we stand at 14-3 with a minute and a half to go in the first half.
Ringo.
2nd and 6, machine from its own 34-yard line.
Green 98.
Proctor with time, going deep, got a man. Reggie Bynum again. First down, Montreal.
The ball's out of bounds, so they got time to huddle. Now they got a chance to go for it. This is what they were being a little conservative, running on first down. Again, Mike Proctor does a nice job of looking one way, comes back, finds his receiver in the middle of the zone. You'll see the corner there stop. Now the receiver breaks off in front of the safety man. The ball's put in there nicely, slows right in the middle. Great job by the quarterback.
Third catch for Bynum for 96 yards, and it has Montreal first down at the Orlando 41-yard line.
Michael didn't want to do that. Now that was his last time out. Yeah, that's a waste there.
Something that he and Helmet Cam didn't like the looks of, but as John said, had to use an important timeout.
Sir?
60, you can.
Mike says they have one more timeout, but we don't think he does. We think he's out of timeout.
Yes, I do.
I thought we had one more.
Right now, we were right, Mike was wrong, but that's the first thing Mike was wrong about tonight.
Stutter 69 wide.
Wide receiver stutter. They'll know what that means.
The wide receiver just stuttered. Okay. Yeah, no, but
then they moved into like a tuck. Got
okay.
head up
K.D. Dunn, the tight end that joins the huddle.
Here, then he moved to hey, Mark. Yeah. On a 60, leave it on. We can pick it up.
That's a conversation about the pass blocking.
On a 60, leave it off. If it's bare, we can pick it up. Okay, here we go. Make sure the receiver stutter now. Here we go.
2 formation 69.
Yeah.
That's Dunn came over and said, hey, this is the alignment. This will affect our pass blocking, so the quarterback doesn't have to audible. So he can come up and just call the pass.
Field goal now if we get in there.
Here you see Joe Clark thinking ahead, thinking about the field goal. He doesn't have any more timeouts now, so they may be thinking field goal instead of touchdown.
They still have 1:10 to work with.
32 shot.
1st and 10 at the Orlando 41-yard line.
48.
Thunder with about 7 guys up close. Proctor with some heat going deep. Got Manley out there. Almost made the catch at the 2. He did everything but catch it with Glenn Rogers right with him.
Pete Manley's hurt a little bit now. They're going to have to either keep Pete in, guys, back up and in the game. That was a nice job by Proctor. He got a blitz, man-to-man coverage. He put the ball up. There's pressure on him. He put the ball up and gave Pete a chance with the ball outside over his outside shoulder. Perfect pass. Great effort by Pete Manley. Just didn't make the catch. He's there. Look where that ball is thrown, away from the corner, right at the wall. Pete, you got to have those.
Pete almost caught the laces.
Good effort, though.
Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Green 35.
They back off the blitz this time. Proctor still in trouble, though. And he goes down way back at midfield. Winfred Bryant with a sack.
This is a big play for Orlando now. They got to feel good about that. They made it.
Get out of here. 2 out, fullback, draw right. Let's go. Come on, fullback, draw right.
They're not going to mess around here. That's enough. That's enough for Joe. They're going to run the draw, get out at halftime. Orlando made a big play there. Almost gave up a 3rd touchdown. But they got out.
45.
All Ricky Johnson has to do is hold on to the ball. And he does as he goes down after a pickup of a couple.
Now it's a chance for Orlando to take timeout. Orlando takes timeout. They got a shot at it now.
Well, the clock, I think, ticked off about 4 seconds that Orlando should get put back up there. And let's see if Gary Lane, the official, will tell our clock keeper.
Timeout. Please reset the game clock to 25 seconds.
I'll give him 3 back.
Nice job, Brad. You were right there. Those are things coaches do. Now you think you're cheating us out of 3 seconds.
Our clock keeper has been a little less than brilliant so far.
Well, if he's going to favor somebody, might as well favor the home guy.
That's right.
But those points become crucial in a game now like this. There's probably not a lot of chance for Orlando to get down and score, but it does make a difference. If they were in a little better field position at the end of this than they're going to be, they'd have a chance.
Charlie Bailey, the defensive coordinator on the left, and Ken Karcher, the pass coordinator, the offensive man making the calls for Orlando on the right. And Galen Hall, the head coach, who makes the final call on the sideline.
We ought to try to just get out of this half, Ken.
Okay.
There's the decision.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah. So we're gonna if we get it way down here, just let's get out of here.
So those are the decisions coaches have to make. They have to make them quick. You got to make them based on how you feel about how the game's going.
Robbins with a little pressure got off the kick and taking at the 13-yard line. Joe Howard Johnson.
We all got a great look at coaching inside the 2-minute period then. Joe Clark, the offensive coordinator for Montreal, was a little conservative, but he gave the quarterback a chance, and the quarterback took advantage of it, made a couple of big plays, had a chance for a touchdown.
Tell them
ball took off
you don't want to go 2-man and send them deep.
Well, again, our clock is confused. It has it at a minute remaining, and it should be only about 20 seconds left.
Maybe we made that clock man feel guilty.
Official game clock on the field.
Okay, they're going to keep it on the field till halftime. Probably a smart move, or we'll all miss our flights in the morning. At the 13-yard line, let's see if Orlando just hands it off, keeps it on the ground, and they do. And unless Clack breaks it open for a big gainer, he did get about 12 yards.
Here's when all of a sudden there's a temptation now to say, oh, maybe we can make it. I remember we were playing the Giants when they had in the playoffs about 3 years ago. They had great control over the game. They ran a draw for a first down. they decided to put the ball up. We intercepted it and scored a touchdown in the last play of the half.
Well, that pretty much tells you that they're going to let the half run out.
So we're out of here.
Coaches Cam, they're heading for hot dogs in the locker room. This is what appears to be the final play of the first half as Clack takes it out to about the 32-yard line, where Ray Savage and Kevin MacArthur make the stop, and the official clock on the field is Gary Lanes, and he says, let's head to the locker room, boys. And it has been a Montreal machine half, although Orlando finally put something together to get a field goal at halftime. They trail the Montreal machine on their home turf 14-3.
Columbia Pictures presents a story of first love.
You don't know me, Tanya.
But I want to.
As told by Stephen King.
Somebody help me, please.
From the modern master of horror comes a love story to take your breath away. Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, directed by Mick Garris. At theaters Friday, April 10th.
The bullpen's warming up, and oh, just in time. Mercy, that's 6 home runs in a row. Manager Whitey Fabian is trying to keep us cool as he signals for some relief. Whoa, look who's coming up next. And Letchford gets the call?
Tired of facing the heat? Well, right now, Mazda is offering air conditioning or an equivalent credit on 323, Protege, 626, MX6, Miata, MPV, and Mazda trucks. Beat the heat with air from Mazda.
Letchford won't get out of the car.
Does your family use a lot of hot water? A home energy oil-fired water heater from Ultramar provides all the economical hot water you will ever need. 5 times faster than electric. It rents for only $7.95 a month, plus installation. Switch to an oil-fired water heater. Call Ultramar Home Energy today.
I love to ski, but I race to win. It's the same with what I drink. McCain Punch. McCain's the winner for me. I tried others, but I prefer McCain for the taste. And I trust McCain quality from my guests.
McCain Punch, made with pure fruit juices from concentrate. Taste and quality, win every time.
It is 14-3 Montreal machine. Galen Hall's Orlando Thunder hoping to get back in it in the third quarter. And let's go to him with Michael Barkan. Bark.
Coach, 107 total yards in the first half. What are you changing up for the second half and try to get more yardage?
Well, we got to try to run the ball a little better. We haven't gotten much in that, except against that prevent. Got to settle down, hit some short passes, but they're crowding us. You'll see us go deep sometime early this half.
All right, thanks a lot. Brad?
All right, Michael, thank you. And just what John Robinson was talking about is what Galen Hall has sort of had planned here. They get the football first to start the third quarter, and they're hoping that what little momentum they did gather late in the second carries over here to the third.
If they can just, as Galen's saying, if they can just get some rhythm, you know, this offense needs to be able to do all 3 things, you know, to run the football a little, count mostly on the short passing game, but they've got to hit some deep ones. They've got to get those corners off those wide receivers if they're going to have success.
Galen Hall getting strapped in. His team will have it first.
Jet, here, Galen.
You got any thoughts?
And his duo, Joe Howard Johnson and Grannis Bell back deep. And Bjorn Nitmo's got it teed up for the Montreal machine. In front of a very enthusiastic crowd at Olympic Stadium. They lead 14-3 as we are underway in the second half. Grannis Bell takes it from the same spot about 5 yards deep, wants to bring it out again. And I'm afraid to the same result, much to the dismay of the Orlando offense. He got it back to the 13-yard line. Statistically, at halftime, as you might expect, it's all machine. 142 passing yards, and the time of possession there is by almost 5 minutes. Proctor, 8 out of 10 for that 142 passing, including the touchdown toss to Reggie Bonham. Hasn't been a turnover yet. 2 quarters, not bad,
It's
Coach.
been a pretty efficient game.
Just where Scott Mitchell wanted to be on the first snap of the third quarter, his own 13-yard line. Darrell Flack his single setback gets the call. And Flack's got it out to the 18-yard line. Puzier made the stop.
Anytime you get 5 yards on first down, you're okay.
Same thing, 17.
What, you got 17?
Right on.
17, 17.
So you get some choices.
we
First
only got
down, you make 5 yards. Hey, let's do it again.
Got to roll.
I don't know if the Thunder's got it rolling, but they've at least got it kick-started now. Second, a long 5, same play. This time, not as much. First contact made by Desmond Royal, exactly, number 90.
They had a kind of a soft outside linebacker in there trying to run at him, but the nose man slanted that way, slowed that play down. Now they find themselves in that 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 that, you know, they should be able to come off here.
Hey, we got a call. Coach, I can't. All right.
Third down conversions haven't been Orlando's strong suit tonight. 2 out of 6 so far in the evening. 3rd and 5 here. Mitchell, that one he got in there to the 24. First down to Dennis Airy.
Nice throw by Scott getting it in there, but again, you see how much pressure the corners are putting on the wide receivers. They've got to do something to get them off of it. To give them a little respect there. That's kind of tough. You catch a 4-yard pass and there's a guy all over your back.
You got to give the machine coaching staff and their defense especially some credit for having those kind of corners. They had Richard Shelton here last year, an all-World League first teamer who's now with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and there are other corners also in the NFL, so they got 2 new guys out there in the corners. First down, deep ball. They're going to have a penalty in the secondary as Grannis Bell was double-teamed and run into at about the 45-yard line.
Well, there's that long pass they were trying. They got 2 calls on the defense. I think offside and pass interference down here. It was faked out and tried to go up on that. There's also an injury to a defensive player back behind us, Ray Savage, the outside linebacker. But there was the first attempt to get down the field deep.
And we would assume they're going to walk off 15 against Montreal, taking the deeper of the 2 penalties. Gary Lane will straighten it out for us right now.
Offside, defense number 66. That penalty's declined. Defensive pass interference, number 24 in the defense. That penalty is accepted. 15 yards, first down.
There you go. They're asking Ray Savage right now where he is and what the score is, and I think he's about 0 for 2 on the answers. Here's the NFL enhancement players we were talking about. Anthony Dilweg here would have been the starting quarterback, and Michael Proctor certainly done a great job filling in for him. Reggie Clark, a Patriot, Darrell Davis of the Bills, and Tom Backus with the Bears. And we'll be Backus here in Montreal in a moment.
This is Jay. Jay doesn't say much when he's enjoying his McCain Super Fries. And he doesn't seem to care that Super Fries are cholesterol-free and low in saturated fats. McCain Super Fries, deep-fried flavor and crispness from your oven. For the strong, silent type.
There's the biggest suppliers to the World League, and that Raiders being up there on top doesn't surprise you, huh, John?
Not at all. Al Davis and his organization, they're going to do everything they can to get their players a little edge, and I think the league will copy them as the years go on.
Scott Mitchell on loan from the Dolphins on first down, rolls and throws and got his man out for what appears to be another first down, or very close, maybe inches short at midfield.
But again, now we're starting to see the offense take some shape, have some feel. Scott's starting to enjoy it a little bit.
Let's go. Weak, shoot, 3. Cover.
That's the call defensively from Hank Hughes to his linebacker, Kevin MacArthur. 2nd and inches just inside the midfield stripe. And Orlando's got a first down and a bunch more. Darrell Flack down to the 39-yard line. First down, Thunder. And now they do have something moving, trailing 14-3 with just over 12 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Red Ram 9 hook.
And again with a sugar huddle, if you will. For Orlando, they go without the huddle and up to the line.
1 man.
3 wideouts for Mitchell on first down. And for Bell, and he can't quite find it. Coverage out there from D. Thomas on the corner. Let's check in with Michael Marquand.
Brad, here's a guy who went the other way from World League to NFL. We're with Richard Shelton, who played for the Montreal Machines last season. Let's step over here a little bit. How did you enjoy your first NFL season coming off the World League?
It was great. I was kind of tired, but things worked out, and after the second half of the season, things kicked in. My body jumped back in, so it worked out pretty well.
AFC Player of the Week, Defensive Player of the Week, the last week of the season. You might get some more playing time for the Steelers this season.
Well, I hope so. Things worked out, and Bernie was kind to me that last game, so I'm sure he's trying to get me this year.
I hate to say this, Richard, but the way your old mates are going, it doesn't look like they miss you much.
Well, that's good. You know, it's good to know that you're not missed. And, you know, I wish you guys well, and I wish to see a lot of them there where I'm at this year.
Okay, good luck next season.
All right, thank you.
Boy, did he electrify us in a game we had here last year with a couple of touchdowns. One on a punt return, one on an interception return, and he was far and away our player of the game, and we're happy to see he's doing well in the Pittsburgh Steelers. 3rd and 10. Scott Mitchell looks to be changing things up at the line with 4 wideouts at the 38 of Montreal. Got it across the middle to Airy, and he's got a first down at the 26.
Again, a lot of pressure from the defensive secondary. Scott Mitchell just stands in there and puts that ball on the money. That's a very accurate pass. Waits, finds his man. Elton Smith is the guy covering him, and that's an outstanding play. Now we're starting to see the Scott Mitchell we thought we'd see.
And if Orlando gets a touchdown out of this drive, then we definitely have a ball game. 14-3.
That was a big play. That was 3rd and 10. And that's the first time they've really made a big play on 3rd down.
At the machine 25, Mitchell wants more, rolls and fires. Got it down near the 10-yard line. Nice catch by Stacy Simmons.
That was a nice job again in between the zones there. The receiver went down, turned out behind the corner and in front of the safety. Watch him roll now. He's looking out in the flat. You see the corner come up, so now he finds 85 just in behind him, settling down in that zone. That's nice football there. It's a good job of seeing by the quarterback. That's how you beat a zone defense. Stand the guy down there in that hole.
1st and 10, just outside the 10. And it's Clack. He cuts back to the 7, maybe closer to the 6. Kevin MacArthur in on the tackle.
Okay, number 28.
Where do you want the ball? I mean,
We're on the left half.
Ace!
Number 28.
28.
Scott Mitchell's taking his helmet cam off. I think he said, I confess it's the helmet cam's fault. Now he's feeling better.
Of course, it didn't bug Michael Proctor of the machine.
Michael Proctor at all.
2nd down and 7, and it looks like there was some movement on the left side as Grannis Bell hauls it into the end zone. I think maybe Titley, the tight end, got an early jump. We'll find out in a moment.
Boy, those hurt. That's just
False start, number 89, part of the snap, 2nd down.
That's a call. The tight end Titley got an early jump.
It's the left end. You see him go. He's going to get open. He said, man, if I get a head start, I got to get something here. It doesn't work that way.
Mike might be fast, but not that fast.
Thinks because it's Canada, you can move. It's the wrong league.
2nd down and 12, just outside the 12. Mitchell got it out in the flat, complete. And that time Titley lost his helmet as he got to the 9. Elliott Smith.
Good job by the quarterback. He saw a blitz coming. He got the ball off to his tight end in the flat, but the defensive back came up and made a tackle. That's what, when you blitz and the ball is thrown quickly, watch. Scott sees it. Unblocked man gets the ball to his tight end, but the tight end just couldn't get away.
Well, they thought they had a big 3rd and 10 earlier. This one is bigger. 3rd and a long 9. Mitchell to the end zone. Same play and broke it up and a flag down. They're going to call Chris McCall for pass interference. Grannis Bell, that was the same pattern they used when Titley was in motion. This time he got the penalty.
He gets his left arm on him before the ball is there. It's a good call.
And now there's going to be...
Scott Mitchell does a good job. He's blitzed again. Stays in there, holds it just long enough. Here we see the play. There's a free man. Watch this hand come right in there. That's pass interference all the way.
He's got him with a left hand around the collar, too.
Officials make great calls far, far more often than they do the other way. And, of course, McCall's got to gotta, you know, pretend. One of the things in coaching that's the most frustrating is when your player begins to overact and blame something else. That's pass interference.
You know, speaking of overreacting, there were some late flags thrown. I'm not sure Titley didn't get a penalty marker for something he said to the officials, because a couple of late flags flew up, and now there's a conversation which leads you to believe we might have offsetting penalties. So we'll wait and see. Let's straighten it out with Gary Lane, our referee.
Titley may have to hitchhike home if he did
they
that.
still got the same people, Hank.
Let's listen.
Gary's just getting the numbers straight now.
Defensive pass interference, number 29, be placed on the 1 yard, 1st and 10.
And it looks like there's an addition coming up. Wait a second.
Personal foul, number 20 on the red. Personal foul, number 86 on the white. Penalties offset. Both players are suspended for 2 downs. 1st and 10 on the 1.
So it's a 3 penalty situation, and they take the penalty down to the 1. But again, here is the penalty that's taken and put at the 1 yard line.
The ball's thrown in a good place. He almost has to interfere to defend that. That's pass interference. 1st and goal in the 1. That guy is that's
Davis.
That's Davis. If the penalty was on him, boy, as a coach, you just cannot tolerate those things happening.
Darrell Holmes is the Montreal Machine player that's been kicked out of here for a couple of plays, and you saw Willie Davis, the wide receiver. He's gone for 2 plays. The most important play at hand for both Jacques Zousseau and his defense, and more importantly, the Orlando Thunder trying to get back in this game, is at hand right here at the 1 yard line. Bjorn Nitmo trying to get the crowd into it for the defense. 85 yards so far.
And this where there's a lot of pressure on the offensive lineman here.
Vick and
just
Flack.
can't hear.
A dual set behind Mitchell at the 1 yard line. It's Roger Vick. Did he get there? He got close. Touchdown. The signal came in from the far side. Touchdown, Orlando.
We got ourselves a ball game here. Nice job by Flack. He got hit in the backfield and took the ball in the end zone.
There's some tempers that are warming up on the field.
We get a chance to look at it. He may not have gotten in. It's close. But when they raise their hands, he's in. You see there's a guy coming off the corner, reaching. They got a right to complain on that one. Here's a look at what instant replay, the lack of instant replay in the NFL is going to cause. That was not a touchdown. It was called a touchdown. And again, sometimes it's hard for the officials to see. But that's the kind of error that's not going to be rectified in the NFL. And I think it's a shame.
With 7:50 remaining, 3rd quarter, it is a 1 yard touchdown for Orlando.
Hasty Market invites you to play Triple Play Giveaway. You could scratch and win instantly a diamond ring from Walters Jewelers valued at $1,000. Collect and win great prizes like an Elna sewing machine or a Dirt Devil vacuum from Royal Appliance. Enter our grand prize sweepstakes draw with a proof of purchase from any sponsoring product. And you could win one of 6 trips for 2 to Virginia Beach, courtesy of U.S. Air. For outstanding selection and fast, friendly service, shop Hasty Market. Much more than a convenience store.
Out of one.
Hey, they're subbing guys in and out.
That's Hank Hughes, the defensive coordinator for Montreal, as Orlando's offense has decided to go for 2.
4 wide to the back. Come over.
Big play. They're in a nickel defense. They're going to run a blitz.
4 receiver offense for Scott Mitchell. Bell in motion. Mitchell, I don't know where that one was going. Might have been partially blocked. Chris McCall came up, number 29, broke that one up.
Big defensive call there by Hank Hughes. He got in his nickel defense and
Dennis turned the wrong way.
So going for 2 didn't pay off for Orlando.
Here's a look. They got some confusion there. The guy coming out of the backfield, that ball just was poorly thrown. It just was in over in. That was kind of a half kick, half throw. It's too bad, but it's a good drive for them. They can't feel bad about the lack of getting 2 points. They got 6, and they're back in this game.
Chris McCall got a hand on that one, or a piece of it, and so the Machine holds its lead 14-9. 5-point game with 7:50 remaining third quarter.
Michael Proctor's been on the bench for a long time now. He's got to come back in and get that magic, get that look back in his eye. Run the football a little, throw the football a little. That's the thing about those drives that eat up time. They take momentum away from the other side. You can kind of feel a little quieter now.
They're waiting.
The machine jumped out to a 14-0 lead behind Michael Proctor, who hooked up with Reggie Bynum on a long touchdown pass and then carried from the 2-yard line in to put the machine out in front 14-0. And then in the second quarter, Orlando got a field goal, and they've just added a touchdown here in the third to trail by only 5 in this North American East matchup in week 2 of the World League. With John Robinson and Michael Barkan, I'm Brad Nessler. There's a scoring drive for the Thunder. Good looking drive over 7 minutes and 86 yards. And the kick, Tracy Bennett goes to D. Thomas at the 12. Thomas has himself an alley on the outside, and he's all the way to the 48-yard line. The kicker, Bennett, made what may have been a touchdown-saving tackle. We got a penalty marker back at the 32. Here's D. Thomas on the return, and he was one guy away from turning that in to about an 88-yard touchdown. But again, a penalty marker now.
The 1-inch tee in this league means that ball is just not going to be in the air as long, not kicked as deep. And when you kick that ball down to about the 15, it comes back at you. The guys covering just don't get a chance to get down there. It's going to be an important rule. Here, unfortunately, that penalty is going to be really a heartbreaker.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 30 on the receiving team, 15 yards, first down.
Now the personal foul will go on Hensey Charles, a backup corner, and it negates great field position for the Montreal offense. They would have started at their own 48-yard line, and instead they walk it back to the 18. 30-yard difference thanks to number 30.
You know, you just, those again, as a coach, you just can't tolerate that. The player wants to say, hey, I didn't do anything, but he looks like he knows he did.
We can run it.
Here we go with the night practice.
From the 18, first and 10, Montreal. Little delay give to Ricky Johnson, who blasted off and lost the football. Winfred Bryant's got it, and he's rumbling the other way back to the 13-yard line.
We've got a penalty. We've got a penalty downfield.
Bryant's got the football. The referee wants it back, and I think it's still Orlando's ball.
Now, he's not going to let anybody have that football. That football's going home on the airplane with him tonight. Look at that.
Number 88 on the offense. Penalties declined. First down.
Penalty declined. Bartolewski with a holding call, and Winfred Bryant with the biggest defensive play so far of the game in our first turnover.
Winfred Bryant has got to find a friend to keep that football for him now. You don't want to let go of that thing. Here's the look. It's a counter play. There's a hole. Ricky Johnson is getting up the field. It's the guy wrapping the book, coming around from behind. Both of them have their hands on the ball. Winfred Bryant picks it up and said, I am a halfback. Let me go up. So he almost fumbled it too.
Got it back to the 13. First down, Thunder. 3 wideouts. They trail 14-9. Trying to change that here in the third quarter with 7:28 to go. Mitchell goes to the end zone, and it's intercepted. No, dropped by Darrell Holmes. Well, those 2 plays out for Darrell Holmes. Maybe a little rusty. We have penalty markers down in the secondary. I think we got a pass interference.
It was man-to-man coverage. They're trying to blitz now, trying to put pressure on him. Scott had to either eat that ball or throw it.
Number 25 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
5-yard walk-off will make it first and goal.
Here we get a look at it. There's the hit. Clearly a penalty. Now, you know, you just, one of the things that teams can't start doing. See, he's already complaining to the official, and you can't do that. Can't play the game that way.
So Quentin Jones with a costly penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. Number 50 on the defense. Half the distance to the goal line.
Double whammy. Kevin MacArthur picks up the unsportsmanlike penalty, and so they just keep moving it closer to the Montreal goal line.
We're watching the team fall apart right in front of us here.
Those fucker.
Mostly because of their mouths. You know, they're playing the game okay, but their mouths are getting them beat.
So now they move it down to the 3-yard line, just inside the 4.
Two tight ends in the game.
Right, we're going to go 57 in straight. 57 in straight, 0.
Number 4 on the red.
Hank Hughes, the defensive coordinator for Montreal, looks out as Orlando walks it up. 1st and goal at the machine 4-yard line. They've trailed the entire game. Motion this time, it looked like, on the left side for Orlando. Boy, it's flag football time.
False start, 64 on the offense, 5 yards before the snap, 1st down.
Rick Cunningham, the left tackle, got an early jump.
Well, the noise, it's difficult down there to hear. Sometimes in stadiums that are noisy, you don't want to put people in motion, do things that get you that extra time sitting on the ball. You want to take the ball and just do it on the starting count. But here again, as a football player, you have to have enough poise not to shoot your mouth off when something goes down. That's a killer there, and we're witnessing that. And it's just intolerable and the good football players don't do it.
6 penalties against each team, but a lot of costly ones against the machine, as John mentioned here in the last couple of minutes, has set finally the Orlando Thunder in gear at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal. Scott Mitchell has a look. His team trails by 5. Shot Brandis fell incomplete, and a flag down at the end of that play as Darrell Davis may have a late hit on Scott Mitchell. Personal foul, roughing the quarterback.
We got a quarterback rolling out of the pocket. He loses some of his protection when he comes out of the pocket. He's hit from behind. This is going to be a close call.
He had about 3 steps.
He had 2 steps.
Roughing the passer, number 56 on the defense, half the distance to the goal line, 1st down.
Don Shula, watching this game in Miami, just said, hey, wait a minute, you don't get 3 shots at that guy.
He didn't hit him hard enough to hurt him, but it sure hurt the defense. If I were Jock, I think I might be tempted to take a timeout, bring that club over to the sideline and say, the next guy that gets a penalty, I'm going to shoot right here.
They finally put it down at the 4-yard line. This is where the line of scrimmage was originally about 5 minutes ago. 1st and goal. The give to Vick. Vick already with 1 touchdown tonight on a controversial call. Lost the handle that time, but it was blown dead.
The whistle was blown dead.
Kevin Arthur's going to waste one of his best 40-yard times, or maybe more than that, as they blew it dead at about the 2.
See, now what Kevin MacArthur has to do, he's got to get back down here and play defense. He's the defensive signal caller, and he's down halfway down the other end of the field. Come on, Kevin, get back there. It's time to do some business. Big part of the game.
He's just barely going to make it back before Orlando snaps the ball.
He get back there and call timeout.
Here he comes finally as the Thunder comes to the line. 2nd and goal at the 2. The give to Clack with nobody out there. Touchdown, Orlando. And part of that may have been that Kevin MacArthur, the right inside linebacker, wasn't in position quick enough. John, who knows?
They're going for 2, and again, you see how people can destroy themselves or lose their poise, and what a dramatic effect it's had on these guys. And it's too bad to see, and we're getting a clear opportunity to look at it. And there's no excuse for it.
So as ready as Jacques Doucet's troops were in the 1st half, their emotions have carried them out of the lead in this 3rd quarter with 5:36 to go, and now Orlando set to go for the 2-point conversion, and Kevin MacArthur calls a timeout.
Here again now.
We're going to stay right here. MacArthur called that timeout just as Orlando came up to the line, and it looked like he and Darrell Holmes, a free safety, had some differences of thought on what the defense was.
One of the crucial things in this football game now is for the Montreal machine to simmer down, to get over in the sideline and say, hey, we're either 1 point behind or we're 3 point behind. We can get this game back.
If they stay 4 wides, we'll go 40 dime fire. If they go 4 wides, we'll go dime, and we'll go 40 dime fire. All right?
Tell them alert body.
What he's saying now is they're going to get in a dime defense, 6 defensive backs, run the same defense they ran on the last 2-point conversion.
And on the other side of things, Orlando's offense, Ken Karcher on the right side, getting ready to make the call, if he hasn't already, for the Thunder.
Dime means 6 defensive backs.
Hey, okay, they got 4 dimes. Fire. Over 0.
Fire is a blitz by one of the inside safeties. See if they get through and put pressure on him.
Mitchell to the end zone and incomplete on the attempted 2-point conversion. Joe Howard Johnson, the intended receiver, who's halfway out of Olympic Stadium, has to hurdle his way back in, number 80.
It's interesting. They tried the same play. They came with the same defense, and the same thing happened both times.
Galen, yes.
Neither time able to convert the 2-point conversion, but with 5:36 to go, they've got the lead.
Execute on 3. 1, 2, 3. Execute. Come on, baby. Let's go now. Come on now. We got him second goal now.
Most of us would like to have life insurance so we can leave something behind for our loved ones. But by the age of 50, we think it'll be too difficult and too expensive to get insurance.
They have the high blood pressure. Be bound to fail the medical.
With Norwich Union's guaranteed life insurance plan, if you're between 50 and 75, your acceptance is guaranteed, with no medical exam, no health questions. Your insurance can cost as little as $20 a month. Depending on your age and the premium you choose, you could be covered for up to $25,000. In case of accidental death, your benefit triples, up to $75,000. Call this toll-free number now for your free personal enrollment kit. You're under no obligation, and no salesperson will come to your home. Call 1-800-263-9899. An operator is standing by to take your call now. That's 1-800-263-9899. Ask for operator 203.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah, the coaching staff for Montreal.
They're passing it. We need to
Hank Hughes just let his defenders have it over there, John, and he said basically what you've been telling us the last 10 minutes.
Nickel and dime. Yeah. We'll stay almost all nickel and dime. Here, there ain't no
and that is that their emotions are killing them right now, was his line.
Man, we can forget about it.
His team behind now as Orlando leads by 1, and they kick it off to D. Thomas at the 1-yard line. Thomas got out across the 20 to the 21, and Scott Mitchell's finally engineered the Thunder out in front by a point. Let's go to him with Michael Barkan. Bark.
Yeah, Brad, but 2 missed 2-point attempts, and on the last one you said my fault. What happened on that? What was the design?
We were just running a little flood route in the out area, and I just made a poor throw. The first time the ball just slipped out of my hand. There was, there's nothing you can do about it. The second one is just a poor decision.
You said you had trouble you looked like you had trouble getting into your rhythm, and now you seem to have some kind of flow going offensively.
Yeah, I think we're moving the ball a little bit better in the second half. We just got to keep up.
Now you maybe wear a helmet cam now, right?
I'm sorry?
Now maybe you put the helmet cam back on, right?
I don't think so.
Back to you.
Well, at the 23-yard line, Michael Proctor and helmet cam gives it off to Ricky Johnson, who got very little gain. Montreal now, they're really in danger. They got to put something together on offense, John.
They got to continue with the kind of rhythm that they've had.
Here we go.
Here's our
quarterback. Now. On 2. On 2. 2 formation. Fullback draw right on 2. Ready? Put the necklace in.
2 formation is a balanced formation. They're going to give on a draw play to the right.
43 seconds. Blue 45.
2nd and 9.
Blue 45.
Look for Ricky Johnson to get it again. On the draw, and Johnson makes something out of it. Got it out near the 29-yard line.
3rd down and 4.
2 formation, quick 3-24 slant. Formation, quick 3-24 slant.
This is the same formation now. Now they're going to run a short drop pass.
Quick 3-24 slant on 1.
3-24 is the pattern. He's going to take about a 3-step drop, throw a slant to one of the outside receivers.
3rd and 3. Pete Manley at the bottom of your screen's been his favorite slant pattern receiver so far tonight. And he throws to Bartolewski, the H-back. He's got a 1st down, and he rumbles his way to the 44-yard line.
Nice decision by the quarterback. He had Pete Manley, as you said, Brad, on the slant, but they jumped on Pete. Tight end was open. Nice decision, 1st down. Now that rhythm starts coming back.
Bartolewski holds on to it, picks up 12. Todd Crum and Glenn Rogers ran him out of bounds, but not before Rich got out to the 44-yard line. Bartolewski, he's an allocation player from the Atlanta Falcons.
43 set. Green 95. Green 95.
Machine trailing by 1 with a first down. They keep it on the ground to Ricky Johnson. And Johnson again got some tough yardage. Picked up about 4 out to the 49.
The running is getting tougher for them. They're trying to come to their left side. It's not as easy. But there's still, if you chip away at 3, 4, 5 yards, now second down, the quarterback has some choices now. Play action pass is a good choice here.
Tight Oscar, 3 and left, 2, ready?
Aaron Emanuel's checked in to the machine backfield on 2nd and 5 with just over 3 minutes to go third quarter.
Green 98. Green 98.
Play fake to Emanuel, and Proctor out in the flat. Bartolewski again. He's got a first down, I think. Very close to it anyway at the 45-yard line.
Again, you see what happens when you make 5 yards on first down. Second down gets to be the quarterback's down. He can do some of that stuff. He had Pete Manley going deep, but they played his own coverage behind it. Took Pete away. Again, the tight end open in the flat. Mike Proctor does a good job. I'm impressed with Proctor, the job he's done. First down now. Let's see if they go back to the run again. Try to get that 3, 4, 5 yards.
They've got it just inside the Orlando 45-yard line.
43 set. Green 98. Green 98.
Emmanuel got a couple. That's about it. As the door closed, Maurice Crum, the linebacker, and Winfred Bryant there to meet him.
1-8, 2 formation, 26 G pass.
2 formation, 26 G pass.
Joe Clark to Jacques Dussault to quarterback Michael Proctor.
All right, Mike. 2 formation. 26 G pass on 1.
Cover 1, cover 1, cover 1.
He has a nice way about him in a huddle. He enunciated 26 G passes. I think it's that same long pass that they threw early in the game where he faked the off-tackle play through deep.
He's 10 out of 12 for over 170 yards already. Here comes a blitz. There's the play fake. Proctor loads. Deep middle's got his man. Manley to the 24-yard line.
It was the same play. He picked Manley this time instead of Byron. He had some pressure, stepped away from the pressure and threw the ball.
Still got 19.
Here's Manley. Watch him push up the field. Look at that. There's a nice job. Breaks inside. Works on Glenn Rogers. Is quite a ways away from him. Good receiver. The push up off the ball is so crucial.
And a first down
10.
At the Orlando 24. There's Manley.
Blue 35.
Machine trailing by 1. Emmanuel's going to lose yardage back to the 29-yard line. Dan Cilio, the nose tackle, and Winfred Bryant, who's had a big game from his defensive end spot, combined on the hit.
Now it gets tougher for the quarterback. Second down and 13. He doesn't get any of those play action passes now.
2 formation, 60 wide choice.
60 wide choice.
60 wide choice. Again, a pass that they ran earlier in the game. I think it's the tight end into the middle.
Hugo.
That first down run is so
60
important.
wide choice on 1.
He enunciates things in the huddle well. I think he has a great presence about him.
2nd and 13.
I got you.
At the Orlando 27. Final 10 seconds, third quarter. Proctor scrambles a bit, pulls the triggers, got his man, touchdown! KD Dunn.
Choice. The guy said, my choice is 6 points. What it was is he didn't have anything. He had pressure, scrambled out. Here we see it again. He's looking for the tight end in the middle. Watch him set down. Nothing's there. He says, hey, I think I'll go deep. Throw me the ball.
And KD Dunn says, this play's done. Touchdown. Nitmo for the point after. The machine back in front. Bad snap. They had one of these a week ago. Nitmo goes down way back at the 27-yard line. Same problem they had a week ago with a bad snap.
Nitmo's rushing average is going way down here. Here's the touchdown. Now watch. The quarterback has to run. He's on his own now, and he's improvising. He throws a nice soft pass that J.D. Dunn can catch.
And the snap not quite so good as the touchdown. But Montreal is back in front at the end of 3. It's 20-15.
Are you?
We are set to start the 4th quarter from Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Here was last week with the game basically in the balance on an extra point, and it cost Montreal a loss to San Antonio. Bad snap, same thing, and this time try to lateral it to Nitmo, and here's almost a carbon copy of what happened.
Nitmo was smarter last week. He didn't even touch the ball. This week he tried to do something, and he got it nailed.
Nitmo
good kickoff.
blasts the kickoff to Bell 2 yards deep this time, and he's been bringing them out all night, and all night that's been happening. Did he get tagged by D. Thomas or what? At the 14-yard line.
You notice Bell's partner back there, the twin safety, doesn't come over and help Bell. That's part of the responsibility that the guy not catching the ball has to, is come and stay in the end zone. They've lost about 20 yards because they didn't stay in the end zone on those kicks.
The Thunder will be on offense when we come back.
It's not just the hottest album under the sun. It's an attitude. Sun Jammin', the hottest album under the sun. 18 sunshinin' hits on cassette for only $14.99 or on compact disc for just $21.99. Here's how to order yours.
To save all COD charges, call toll-free 1-800-641-5533 or send check or money order for $21.54 cassette or $29 for CD to Sun Jammin', P.O. Box 600, Station R, Toronto, Ontario. Call now, 1-800-641-5533. Prices include shipping, handling, and all taxes.
The last 2 scoring drives, one by Orlando, one by Montreal. Very impressive. 78 yards over 5.5 minutes, and K.D. Dunn's 27-yard touchdown catch has put Montreal back in front on that drive. Michael Proctor was 4 for 4 for 64 yards and a touchdown. Scott Mitchell would like to do the same on this one, and he's got a good start. He got it to Darryl Clack. He might have a first down. Flag flies in at the end of that one.
That was that swing screen, and again, a rule in the World League that the offensive lineman can be downfield if the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. You'll see the tackle already 8-10 yards in front of him. There he is. Darryl Clack runs off the block. Gary Lane, NFL official. I've spent a lot of time on the sideline talking to Gary. Gary's the side judge.
Illegal use of the hands. Number 86 on the offense. 5 yards from the dead ball spot. Second down.
Well, Willie Davis has had a couple of penalties that would make a head coach rub his head. Davis, with that penalty, will take away a first down.
About 119 go. Into the bond, yeah.
There's Davis, number 86.
You're going to get 2 deep? Okay.
I think it's going to be a 5-yard penalty from, it's going to be about second down and 6. Second down and 5. Oh, second down and 1. 4 yard. Whoops. Something like that. Second down and 6. That's right the first time.
Don't forget, next week we'll be at the Meadowlands for a very important matchup, especially for New York, New Jersey. The Knights have lost a couple across the water, and now they need a win at home. They'll take on the San Antonio Riders next Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern here on USA. Nice play fake by Mitchell. Going up top deep, and almost had it, but broken up at the last instant by Darryl Holmes. Dennis Airy, the intended receiver.
Good job by Darryl Holmes. He made up for a couple errors in verbal abuse there earlier. Comes over from the safety position. He had some pressure. Fakes the run. Tries to put the ball up deep. Ooh.
Took a lick.
Took a lick. There you see Holmes coming over. The ball gets in there.
Airy just couldn't quite track it, and Second down and 9. He throws the other way, and this time he's got his man. First down. Joe Howard Johnson. They run him way back inside the 15, but this one's going to be forward progress out to the 28-yard line.
That's a first down. We've got an injury to a Montreal player.
And it looks like it may be Savage who's down again. He was dinged earlier.
Yeah, it's a pinched nerve in his neck.
We've got a timeout with the injury with 13:52 to play, and Montreal in front by 5.
The fascination always existed. The human body, without doubt, is the greatest of inventions. Flawless in design, capable of astonishing feats. Amazingly, the harder the body is worked, the stronger, more beautiful it becomes. To unlock your body's potential, we proudly offer Soloflex. 32 old-fashioned iron-pumping exercises, each correct in form and balance. All on a machine that fits in the corner of your home. Soloflex, simple and efficient, like the body itself. Which may explain why it looks less like a machine and more like a work of art. For a free brochure, call anytime.
Over 36,000 fans at Olympic Stadium in Montreal tonight to watch the Machines home opener. They're doing well so far. They lead 20-15 over the Orlando Thunder. This is a North American East Division matchup. The Thunder came in 1-0, and the Machine lost by a point last week to San Antonio. And we still have the injured Machine player down. It's Ray Savage, who has been down a couple of times tonight.
I think he probably hit his head on the back on the surface. That's one of the things about this kind of surface. When you bang into it, it's pretty hard.
Spent more time on it.
It looks like he's got something in a back, or I think it's his back that is bothering him. He's obviously in pain, which you just hate to see.
He's a great player at Virginia, an all-ACC performer, and you guys had him in for a physical. John, you wanted him to play with the Rams.
We drafted him low and about the 9th or 10th round, and we had him in for a physical, but he failed the physical with some sort of a heart problem. That's not his problem right now. It's he's definitely in pain, which you just hate to see. They're better off just setting him down and taking the time and getting a cart for him. These things aren't going very good.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to walk off the field the way things are going. So Savage, who was injured earlier and came back, tried to go the rest of the game, and now with 13:52 left, getting the glad hand from his teammates, as he is, I'm sure, done for the night now. And the Machine leading Orlando 20-15.
Orlando's pretty much gone to a passing offense now. They're not attempting to run the football, and once you go away from the run, it's very difficult to get any kind of running back to keep balance or to give the quarterback an opportunity to do something easy. They've got to come with some screens and some draws so that Scott Mitchell doesn't have all the pressure fall on him. When you're just passing the football, you know, sometimes it sounds great, but boy, the quarterback has to make play after play. I think if Galen mixes, draws, screens, he can move the football.
Going to the outside.
But they've gone to, well, now they're back in with a tight end, but they've pretty much gone to a passing offense.
They have a first down at their own 28-yard line. Play action. Mitchell, look out. Down he goes. The ball's loose. And Montreal's got it. Darrell Davis and Reggie Clark combined to hit and then scoop up what Scott Mitchell couldn't handle, the pressure John Robinson was talking about 10 seconds ago.
It's amazing when you go away from the run, people just start thinking pass rush. Watch Davis come from the outside. He's got his back to him. He can't see it. Boom. There's just nothing you can do about that as a quarterback. You can't see him. You can't dodge him.
Reggie Clark recovered the fumble after the hit by Davis, and it sets up Montreal with a 5-point lead at the 23-yard line of the Thunder.
Field goal gets them up 8, which is important for them. They get a touchdown. They're in great shape.
Both wideouts to the top of your screen with 13:34 to go. They'll give it off to Ricky Johnson. And he bangs his way down near the 16, almost the 15-yard line.
Again, there's that good, solid runner. Not spectacular, but he gets you now 2nd down and 3. Great chance for the play-action pass. Bootleg gives the quarterback a chance to make a big play here because Ricky Johnson and the offensive line.
Ricky Johnson finished 5th in the World League in rushing last year. He came into this game 5th in the league heading into week 2, and he's certainly helped to keep Orlando's defense honest. 2nd and a long 4 for Montreal. Johnson again, and he's going to be close to the first down. Wayne Dixon, the outside linebacker, came up to make the hit. Let's see where they spot it. They've got it pretty close to the first down mark.
The guy coming in from the side affects the...
Well, folks, we apologize for interrupting the football game right now, but we have been following the talks between the NHL owners and players since they began. Gord Miller is standing by and has the latest developments. Gord?
All right, Teresa, about 5 hours ago, the owners put a new proposal on the table, and the players have been mulling it over ever since. Moments ago, John Ziegler and Bob Goodnow began face-to-face meetings here at this downtown Toronto hotel, presumably to discuss either the proposal or a possible counter-proposal from the players. This, of course, the last full day of negotiating. The owners say they're going to meet tomorrow in Chicago, and the players have their strike deadline set for Monday. They've gone well into the night for the 2nd straight day, Teresa.
Well, Gord, seeing as they have been negotiating for so long and they've really been taking their time about this, do you think that it's looking promising that we can get this resolved tonight?
Just a guess here, Teresa, but we talked to some general managers outside, and the consensus is if they've talked this long, they haven't rejected it outright anyway. Best guess, I think there's a good chance for a settlement tonight, believe it or not, after all this.
Well, that would definitely be encouraging. Thank you very much, Gord, for bringing us up to date. And now, folks, we're going to take you back to World League football action between Orlando and Montreal.
2 yards and a foot. First down, Montreal.
Here we look at Mike Proctor taking the ball on a quarterback's knee, right behind old 64. Find a crease. It's his own guys that get in the way, but he fights his way. You can see him still fighting there. Atta baby.
Helmet cam got you about every conceivable angle of that quarterback sneak by Proctor that has the machine at the 11-yard line of Orlando. A touchdown here is gigantic for Montreal, and it's motion on the left side. It looked as though Novak or Matuz on the left side for Montreal jumped early.
Yeah. Again, when you get down there close, the pressure just starts to build. Defenses start to change. Offensive linemen just don't stay in their stance as well.
False start, 75 on the offense before the snap, 5 yards, repeat first down.
That doesn't hurt him too bad. 1st and 10 on the 10's a difficult place to be.
570 fade.
Now he's going to go with a fade. This is a pass deep in the end zone to the wide receivers. They have big wide receivers. You see the Orlando team has small corners. We're going to get a matchup here. Both wide receivers against the corner. Just a kind of a lob pass into the end zone.
Reggie Bynum to the bottom of your screen. Pete Manley to the top. Let's look for the fade. It's for Bynum in the corner. Well, he caught the ball, but he's out of bounds. Nice coverage over there by Malcolm Frank, the left corner, and he got help from Chris Mitchell, the strong safety.
That was a good job by Hank Hughes, the defensive coordinator. That pass works against man coverage, doesn't work against the 2-deep zone. This is a 2-deep zone. He's going to play this man in front of him, the safety man coming over. There's no place to throw the ball. That's good defensive signal call to anticipate that. Basically, this play was taken away. And again, Mike Proctor throws that football out there where it's not going to do him any damage.
It's only his 3rd incompletion. 12 out of 15, 217 yards and a couple of touchdowns for Proctor.
245.
2nd and 15. Proctor this time looks to the middle. Touchdown! And it's Pete Manley.
Look at Mike Proctor now. They're going for 2. And Mike's got the poise not to celebrate to get up there. Orlando's probably going to have to take a timeout.
This kid's had a better game tonight than he had all last season.
You see Pete Manley down there running a great pattern, breaking that pattern off. Excellent throw by Mike Proctor. Pete Manley is a real player. So's Mike Proctor. He waited.
Manley's second touchdown catch of the year. The third touchdown throw of the night for Proctor, and now they go for 2. Quarterback draw. And he's got it.
Is this guy having a night, or is this guy having a night? My body was there. We got to see that on the helmet cam. Yes.
When I said he's having a better night than he had all last season, he's got 3 touchdowns tonight. That's how many he threw in 6 games last year for the machine.
And he's done a lot of different things, too. You know, this kind of caps it off. Set back there, fake the draw. Now he has to fight to get in here. He's stopped. He stopped short on the 2, and he just fights his way in. Let's get a look. This is going to be great. There's the hole. Look at the 2 guys come and get him right here. That's football.
He got the last 2 yards on instinct because he sure couldn't see it from helmet cam.
Mike Proctor, you're doing great.
McCain Deep and Delicious Pizza is loaded with toppings, and we mean loaded. In fact, it's so loaded with toppings. McCain Deep and Delicious Pizza with rich mozzarella cheese, extra pepperoni, and tons of delicious toppings. Deep and Delicious Pizza only from McCain. Be careful, it's loaded.
The machine's in gear, and so are their fans. It is 28-15 Montreal with 10:21 left. With Michael Barkan and John Robinson, I'm Brad Nessler, and they are celebrating at Olympic Stadium. Bjorn Nitmo set to kick off. The Thunder now knowing they need 2 touchdowns to get back in this thing to have a chance. Grannis Bell. Boy, he's been planted at the 15-yard line all night on kick returns. Let's listen and watch from helmet cam and Michael Proctor on the 2-point conversion just moments ago.
My body was in, yes. And look at that. That's the prettiest picture in the world. See that guy stick his hands up.
Gary Lane agreed. His body was in. 2-point conversion, 2-yard touchdown run, and 3 touchdowns throwing it for that man, Michael Proctor. What a night. At the 15-yard line. Darryl Clack takes it for 5, maybe 6 for Orlando, as we will tick under 10 minutes remaining in the game, and Orlando trailing by 13 points.
Again, it's important now for Orlando to keep some mixture, which they did on first down. They got a 4-yard gain. Now that gives them the quarterback a little edge. Second down. They got a lot of time. They got to get 2 scores, but they got to get 1 first. They got to put a drive together.
Here comes a blitz on Mitchell. Swings it out to Clack on the fly, and Clack's got it across the 30. First down, Orlando. And let's check in with the star of the game so far, Michael Proctor with Michael Barkan.
Yeah, Brad, I think we ought to just mail this one in. You are very, very vocal out there, and your teammates rally around you. Getting the start the way you did, was that important for you to get their confidence?
Oh, definitely. I need to come out and show that I was going to try to do my best, do everything I could to win this game, and all the matter of the game is executing. The offensive line doing a hell of a job.
We noted last up top that you might have had a better game tonight than you had all last year.
Oh, definitely. We got a good offensive scheme, and we're just working with it.
World Bowl? Are you thinking that early?
It's in Montreal. We need to be there.
All right, Michael Proctor. Brad?
That's one happy quarterback. And there's a happy cornerback, Kip Takata, who broke up that pass play.
This Montreal team, except for that lapse in the third quarter, has played with emotion and has played aggressive football.
2-man. All right, Coach, if we hold them here.
2nd and 10. Mitchell from the shotgun with 8:40 left and 4 wideouts. Mitchell gets tagged again as he got it out to Clack, and Clack's got a first down. And I think it looked like Reggie Clark came across before the snap defensively for Montreal. If that's the call, they'll take that first down pass.
We at least have that. I don't know if the umpire put a flag up too, but he was offside. First down.
That's Reggie Clark, who had a head start and a head of steam as he got to Scott Mitchell just as he got rid of the football.
Defense, offside, penalty declined, first down.
So little by little, Orlando moving it toward midfield. And as John said, they've got to get one before they get two. So they're thinking about that first touchdown. And still plenty of time left. 8:34 to go.
I'm not sure they know where the ball, though. Now they set it down. First down.
At the 46-yard line. Mitchell checks the wristband. So will all his teammates. 4 of them wide receivers in this instance. And Darryl Clack, who's been doing a pretty good job coming out of the backfield. Back there flanking Mitchell in the shotgun. And this time Montreal comes from the other side. And it's Darrell Davis. And that'll be a free 5 for Orlando.
Defense, offsides, number 56, 5-yard penalty, first down.
1st and 5 now as they'll move it into Montreal territory.
Might be time for Jock to get those guys together and say, hey, no, let's don't do this stuff again now. We did that once.
Let's go cover 3. Good.
Game is seesawed back and forth.
Makes it a little club, Coach.
Montreal in front 14-0 at one point. Orlando came back to lead 15-14, and now it's a machine 28-15. It's been a swing of 2 touchdowns here, 2 touchdowns there, and then a couple more. Draw play, Clack inside. And a good run by Darryl Clack has it. First down at the 43. Michael Finn made the tackle.
Again, giving that kind of a mixture screen draw for the quarterback really keeps some pressure off him now. Gives him a chance. They're in there with 6 defensive backs, so they've got to do some things in front of this secondary coverage to keep that ball moving.
Clack has helped the cause with 69 yards on the ground. Mitchell fires out. Davis made the catch, but only picked up a couple. Willie Davis out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Orlando's just about to the point now where they've got to be willing to go for it on 4th down, which gives them a little more sense of saying, hey, we got 4 downs for a first down. We can keep a drive alive here if they don't make the big error.
2nd and 7. Straight drop. Mitchell in the flat again to Clack. Got around one man, heading for the sticks, and I think he got it. Boy, did a nice job in the open field as Montreal had it read nicely, the little swing pass, but Clack got part of a block and a nice move to pick up extra yardage. And they will move the sticks. Here's another look.
Again, as you say, nice job by Clack. Guys gets a little shove in the back there. Not too hard a shove, but it's enough to give Clack some room to run. First down.
At the 32-yard line. And they stay with the shotgun and the 4 wide receiver set. They've got to, trailing by 13 with under 7 to go. Here's the blitz on Mitchell. He's got rid of that thing. Closest man was Grannis Bell on the far side.
Yeah, that was all right. They did have a blitz. They had an unblocked guy. He's still got 3 downs to make a first down, so they've got to feel okay about it.
Reggie Clark and Darrell Davis, the 2 outside linebackers for the machine, have just been pinning their ears back and trying to make life miserable for Scott Mitchell.
There was a blitz that was successful, and it's tempting for the defensive coach to come back to it again. Probably won't come this time, but we're liable to see it again in a little bit.
This time, Clark down in a 3-point stance, part of the rush coming as Mitchell got rid of it across the middle to Simmons. He lost the ball, still loose and picked up, and Orlando's Darryl Clack goes in. Clack picked it up on a 1-hopper.
They've been saving that play for just the right moment there. It was about time to make that call. You got to have some luck in this game.
Take them any way you
got
can get
something
them.
right there. This is just a short pass over the middle in front of the coverage. He just got it off in time. Simmons is running, holds that ball out, gets it knocked loose.
And it's Mr. Serendipity for Darryl Clack, who takes it on the hop for the touchdown. And
they have a decision to make here now, whether to go for 2 or go for 1.
Tracy Bennett set to go for one and tags it right down the middle with 6 minutes 11 seconds left. That has quieted the crowd. It wasn't that pretty, but if you're an Orlando Thunder fan, it was for Daryl Clack as he scoops Simmons' fumble and takes it in for a Thunder touchdown. It's 28-22. Stay where you are.
Hey, watch out! Oh, no! Uh-oh. Are nicks and scratches destroying your car's finish? Introducing Color Smart, the color-coordinated polish that makes nicks and scratches disappear. Look, to shine your shoes, you choose matching color polish. Color Smart works the same way. Just choose the color that matches your car. Not a car key. Use Color Smart White and those scratches disappear. Color Smart brings back any car's shine. Amazing. Don't spend hundreds on a new paint job. Now you can order Color Smart, the paint job in a bottle, for only $19.95. Order now, and we'll double the size of your bottle, an incredible 16 ounces. But wait, call within the next 10 minutes, and we'll also include this triple bonus. Restore It, Clear Glass, and New Car Scent. A $20 value free. Order your Color Smart today.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-227-4600 or send check or money order to the address on your screen. For faster delivery, call 1-800-227-4600.
Brad Nessler, John Robinson, Michael Barkan, Olympic Stadium in Montreal, and you can hear a pin drop right now from the 36,000 thanks to Stacy Simmons' fumble and Daryl Clack being in the right place at the right time, scooping it up.